As it is written, the kingdom is within us. Come together and discuss the issues within the kingdom. Speak your peace. Speak the truth. For the kingdom is at hand. Kingdom Conversations.
Peace and blessings, peace and blessings,
Feel
peace
good about it.
and blessings to the whole house, to the northern and the southern kingdom. They scratch that northern and southern kingdom jazz. To the whole house, to the kingdom of the Israelites. If you're not calling yourself the kingdom of the Israelites, and you know you're a person in the book, you, sir, you, ma'am, are in error. Point blank, you are in error, because you should not be calling yourself a Christian. You should not be calling yourself a Roman Catholic, an atheist, Episcopalian, a follower of Trump, a Masonic Lodge member, or any of that foolish nonsense. You are the kingdom of the Israelites. Put a one up if you like how that sound. I love how that sound. I always greet y'all that way, because you're no longer the northern and the southern kingdom. You're the king, no longer the northern and the southern kingdom. You are the kingdom. Somebody get the precept say where the Father say the kingdom is where is within you, right? He says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these other things will be added unto you according to what? According to his riches and glory. So, Father, we thank you. We thank you again for another conversation to have with your people. It's an honor and a privilege to come before them and to share some information, share some thoughts, and just converse with the family. We thank you for blessing us and keeping us, Father, because people are leaving this earth left and right. The Father's moving, and I know y'all can see what He's doing. Y'all not blind. The Israelites, the only ones on the earth that's not blind to what's going on. The rest of the earth done fell prey to Christianity, and Christianity done told them, wait on the rapture. Christianity done told them, okay, you get to get heaven on earth, and you get to get heaven in heaven. You get a double portion. You never have to pay for your sins. Or somebody get the precept and say, well, you have to pay the sins of your fathers. What does that mean? Your father's been ruling the earth all of these millennia, doing all sorts of wickedness on the earth, and nobody has to pay for those things. The only people supposedly must be the Israelites. But the evangelicals forgot about that part. They said, oh, those just the Jewish people. They done away with. It's really about the Christians, right? So, Father, we thank you for not forgetting about Israel, not forgetting the promises that you made to Israel, not forgetting about your love for Israel, where you call us the apple of your eye. I love that precept. Because the creator of everything said that you look in the mirror and you say to yourself, I am the Father, the apple of the Father who created everything's eye. He loves you that much. And you see everything that's going. So, Father, again, we thank you. Father, we thank you, as we always do, for sending first fruits. Put a one up if you love first fruits. Y'all, you that have been with us for a minute know what first fruits is and who first fruits is. See, the Father gave us a pattern, and he's very consistent with what he does. He had somebody get the precept where he say he changed not. That's a precept in the book somewhere. I know it is. Somebody get that precept. He's who and he what and he when? He said he changed not. So if he changed not, that means he's consistent. He got a consistent pattern, right? So he sends first fruits. He sends the best. Just like Abel and Cain were supposed to bring their best, right? The father brought the best. He brought his first fruits. And what did his first fruits do? The first fruits, which is Mashiach, as you guys know, first fruits laid down his life. So Mashiach, we thank you. Thank you for the work that you've done. And thank you for the work that you're doing at this moment, petitioning for us, talking to the Father on our behalf, individually and collectively. We thank you. And we thank you for sending the Ruach, because without the Ruach, guess what? You would have never found out that you was Israel. Now one of you. There's nobody on this earth would be talking about, oh yeah, I'm an Israelite. You would have been still believing, had your eyes closed and blinded by the fews, thinking that they the people. And oh yeah, that's the Jews right there with them crazy hats. They got so many different kind of hats. They got the black hats. They got the little funny hats that sit on the yarmulkes. And then they got those little curly twists on talking about them locks. That ain't no locks.
Yo, they also got the big babushka too.
Yeah, they got all kind of crazy hats. So, Father, we thank you and we praise you. And everybody here, you should be praising the Father for what he has been doing in your life. And he is giving you a grace period. I know he's giving me a grace period. He's giving you all a grace period. So you should be thanking him that you are no longer under the hypnotrance of Christianity and that you are under your culture and your heritage. Now I'm gonna greet the fam that's on the panel. I got we got heavy hitters on the panel today, y'all. None of these brothers need introduction, but I'm gonna go ahead and introduce each one of them one at a time. Brother Elisha, hey brother, how you doing? Okay, we'll give Brother Elisha a chance to come in. Brother Hal, hey Brother Hal, how's it going, bro? How you doing?
Hey, Oxy.
Hey man.
Thanks, man. Good to see you. Peace and blessings, family in the chat. It's great to be here. All my brothers on the panel. Brother Cleo, Brother Elijah, Brother Eric, Brother Yash. Good to see you, brothers. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And fam, this is how cold the people on the panel are. The people on the panel are so cold. Watch how they flow and rock out, and then I'll give you the punchline at the end. Brother Yash, how you doing, brother? What say you today? How's it going?
I say let's give thanks and praise to the Lord and feel all right. You said let's praise the Lord for what he has done. Let me tell you something.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm just checking into my hotel down here in Charleston, South Carolina. Just got back from the Jamaican restaurant, got my oxtails in front of me, but see, that's not what it's about. All of a sudden, I'm coming in, I'm carrying my bags and stuff. I'm getting upstairs, and all of a sudden, I hear the tune. Na, 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 na. My phone just came on and said, it's the broadcast. I just told my man, I said, oh, Brother Hal gonna be coming on tonight. Boom. The phone just came on its own and just started playing the tune, man. I had to hurry up, rush up, hook this up, click in, man. And just to give everybody a shout out to the family and give the Most High a praise, man. Just to let you know what he done, because that's never happened to me before. So I'm giving all thanks and praise to the Most High for what he has done and what he's about to do today. Let me tell everybody something. If Salt of the Earth ain't on our internet, then your internet ain't really on. Shalom.
You know what? All praise to the Father. Thank you, Father. One pastor, and he's an Israelite pastor now. He's been an Israelite. Pastor Tony Smith, shout out to him. That's what he used to say. He said, when we on, ain't nothing else on, and when we go off, ain't nothing else coming on. If you're not teaching holiness, then you're out of pocket, basically. So appreciate that, bro. Brother E, how you doing, man? What's going on, bro?
Shalom to you brothers on the panel. Brother Elisha, my brother Najee, brother Yash, the host, brother Cleo. I missed my intro again, but it's all good. I got a replay option that I'm going to make full use of. But I want to say shalom to all you brothers and sisters, my kinsmen according to the flesh who are Israelites, to whom pertain everything. Every good thing that the Most High have, it pertains to us. And so get that embedded in your soul and your spirit. Shalom, brother Ralph. I look forward to a great fellowship. Thanks for having me, bro.
Oh, all day. And like I said, I'm gonna get a found a punchline, but they're gonna see how the Holy Spirit work, how the Spirit work on this one today. Watching, trust and believe. Brother Raphael Yosef, how you doing, bro? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Shalom and blessings, panel, the chat, everyone. Shalom, brother Elisha and Halji. I don't think I've been on the panel with you guys yet, so shalom. Brother Ivry, brother Yashadek, everyone, brother C. Good to be here. Shalom, everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, as we normally do, we're gonna greet the family in the chat, and as I normally say, it's an honor and a blessing to come before you, and hopefully the Father will speak through the family that's on the panel and speak through you because it's a conversation so that we can have a great conversation tonight. You guys could have been anywhere. You know, NFL is starting. NFL is hot and heavy right now. And if you're playing fantasy football, you better be picking some people up right now because your team probably not looking so great. You could have been out in some restaurant dining, or you could have been sitting in front of the TV watching Netflix. I know baseball's still going on. The Yankees is doing their thing. The Dodgers doing their thing too. So you could be into sports, or you could be into, just relaxing and kicking back. But you decided to join the family here, and we really appreciate and love and appreciate you. So I'm gonna do like we normally do. I'm gonna go through and call everybody out. Peace and blessings to you, Darnell Blackshear. Peace and blessings to you, brother. Hope all is well with you, my good brother Jace, JPM. Appreciate you, brother. 2 Corinthians 4:8-9, verse 8. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. 9. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. All praise to the Father for his word. See, that's Mashiach right there. Anytime you read in the book, you better believe. Put a 1 up if you know that Mashiach is the book. Put a 1 up. That's Mashiach right there. Anytime you read the book, first thing that should pop into your mind, oh, that's Mashiach. Look at him. Look at what the Father got on Mashiach plate right there. We are troubled on every side. Yes, we are troubled on every side, and the snakes and everywhere else. We see everything that's going on. But right now, who is the most calm people on the earth? The Israelites. People look at y'all strange now. People look at you even more strange now because, number one, they know that you're Israel. But then number two, they like, well, why are you so calm, nigger? Why is this nigger over here smiling when the whole earth's gone to hell? God damn it. We have the whole earth going to hell, and these niggers are running around here talking about they're the Israelites, talking all this Bible crap, talking about what's going to happen, although they have been right. But that's besides the point. God damn it. You don't want to fool with these niggers. But anyway, let me keep on going down and greeting the fam. Albany, Georgia, peace and blessings to you. Hope you are well. Maria Yakita, shalom, sis. Hope you are well. Hope your sister's well. Hope the family is well. Michelle Y, peace and blessings, sis. Hope all is well with you today. Hadassah Ya Yisrael, peace and blessings, sis. Hope all is well with you. And Isaiah 51:17, awake, awake, stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunk at the hand of the Father the cup of his fury. Y'all remember this precept. You remember this precept. Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of trembling and wrung them out. We talk about that precept just about every other time we come on.
You need to read verse 18 after that.
Yes, sir. I think
it says, thou hast drinking the dregs, and thou shalt drink it no more. And I want to give a hallelujah to that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sister Cece, peace and blessings, sis. Hope all is well with you today. Unorthodox daughter of Zion, Shalom. Peace and blessings. My good brother Ticey Rowland. Peace and blessings to you, Sharon. Oh, peace and blessings to you, sis. Sonny, peace and blessings. Shalom. Hope all is well. Jacob Israel, Shalom. Peace and blessings, brother. Hope all is well with you. My good brother Kadar. Kadar, I dropped the link in. If you want to join in, you can join in, bro. Hope all is well. Haven't spoken to you in a minute. Hope you're doing well. Sister Linda Ricks, peace and blessings to you. My sister Patricia Thomas, peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well. My good brother Sean, shalom, fellow servants of the Most High, peace and blessings, brother. Hope you are well. Yas, shalom, shalom, Yas. Peace and blessings, sis. Watch and discern, shalom, peace and blessings. Hope all is well. Darlena Franklin, shalom, family. Peace and blessings to you. Sharia, peace and blessings, sis. Hope all is well. Josiah Ben Yehuda, hey, brother. Hope all is well with you today. Hope you're doing well. Hope the Father's keeping you. T Brown, hey, T Brown. How's it going, bro? Hope all is well with you today. Omaya Yakita, hey, sis. How you doing? Glad to see you and your sister both on the good ship Salt of the Earth. The good ship Salt of the Earth is your house, as well as everybody in the chat's house. Y'all know if y'all want to jump on and click on the link, y'all know y'all can do that. I think I got everybody. Oh, no, I didn't get this troublemaker right here. Joy31608. Shalom, sis. Peace and blessings to you, fam. Hope you are well. Mikael Yasharal. Peace and blessings to you, brother. Hope all is well with you. I believe I got everybody. If I didn't get you, if you shalom me, I will definitely shalom you and call you out, even if we are in the program, because we believe in greeting the family, because this is a conversation, like we normally say, this is a conversation between family. And I don't care where you at on the earth. Leanne King, peace and blessings, sis. Hope all is well. I don't care where you at or are on this earth. That does not matter. Everybody in the chat and everybody on the family, we all family. Why is you all family? Because you the people of the book. Your lineage and heritage make you family. We got to get out of the idea that, oh, it's this group over here from the south. It's this group over here from the north. It's this group over here on from the east. It's this group over here from the Midwest and the south and the north and all of that foolishness. We got to get into loving our people, looking at each other, hugging our people, giving our people good information, telling our people what time it is so that they can come out of the hypnotrance that they in, whatever paradigm that they may in. Cavity Creek, peace and blessings, brother. Let's see, an elephant stomped a 70-year-old heathen to death, then came to her funeral and stopped on her corpse. Found out she was part of the poachers that killed her baby elephant. Yes, sir. And see, that's why you should not be touching nobody's children. Now, your Cavity Creep, you just gave us a presentation on what happens when you touch somebody's children. Now, imagine that the father say, you his children. And who he gonna stomp out? What is he going to do for those that touch the apple of his eye? That's a dangerous proposition right there. You touching on the children of Israel. And first of all, you don't. And here's the most unfathomable part. You don't know. You know who the children of Israel now because you just recently found out. But all of this time, you were treating them like they were non-human. And now it comes to find out that they are. Somebody go get that precept. I don't know if it's in the Apocrypha. Is this he who we sometimes had found or had in derision? He's talking about y'all. He's talking about the people of the book. So I believe we're done. If you shalom me, fam, I will shout you out because that's what we believe. So now let's get into it, family. Let's get into it. Hey, shalom, sister. Shalom, Shibriya. Hope all is well with you. I'm scrolling through and I'm trying to get down to the bottom. Okay, so we at the bottom. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we'll do like how we normally do. So y'all saw the image. You saw the image that was posted, and you might be thinking, oh, brother C up to his no good self again. He about to crack the heathens over the head. He about to spit on that no good, wicked ass queen, whatever her name was. He gonna spit on her. He gonna spit on Nixon. He gonna spit on Reagan. He gonna spit on Reagan's wife. He gonna spit on what's the Georgia Guidestone? What's that for? Where they got them four heads, and I hope it get blowed up someday. the foreheads of them dumb presidents that they got up there, Mount Rushmore. Oh, he gonna go in on Peckerwood, but no, that's not that. We gonna go in on everybody today because I'm gonna start with the question though. I need to stay on script. First question I'm gonna ask. We are gonna go in on those entities though. Trust and believe that. But we're gonna start off with this, and I'm gonna start everybody off with the question. You guys see what the title of what the show was about. So now the question is, the first question that we're going to ask is, when did the war actually start? That's the question. When did the war on Israel actually start? As a matter of fact, I'm going to pose that to the panel, and that's posed to also you folks in the chat. When did the war on you start? Go ahead, panel. Y'all have at it. I'm going to go on mute. Y'all have at it. Let me see. I'm going to have to call y'all individually.
I was gonna say something, but you know what, Brother Elijah, I mean, he didn't even get a chance to come on. I think he's probably back. We'll let Brother Elijah roll. Brother Elijah, you
yeah,
back?
definitely. Brother Elijah, are you back there? Okay, you think we should remove him and let him bob back in? Hey, bro, you there? Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll let him stay on, and then if I get a text from him or something, then we'll either remove him or bring him back in. So now the question is, when did the war actually start on you? When was that war started? And if folks on the panel, I got some answers from the folks not in the panel. The folks, my folks on the bottom are saying 70 AD. What say you, Hal?
Well, I say that the war started on Israel when Israel was created. That started with the birth of Jacob, who is Israel. The war was against him and his brother. They were fighting in the womb. That's when the war started.
That's a great point right there, bro. That's an awesome point, actually. Josiah Ben Yehuda said the seed of Adam been at war since they ate the fruit. Okay. Let's see. Joy 31608 says, in the Garden of Eden, when the serpent tempted Eve in the garden. Let's see here. Wisdom of Solomon 5:3, as they repented and groaning for anguish of the Ruach, shall they say within themselves, this is whom we had somehow, this is the verse I called earlier. Thank you, sis. This is the one I wanted. This is the one I called. They sometimes had you in derision. We're gonna put that, because we're gonna get back to this one. We're gonna put that to favorites, and we're gonna get back to that. So now, if we look at the idea of when did the war start, and I'm seeing some great answers. Somebody says in Rebecca's room. Let's see. I'm looking for all of the answers. Y'all got some good precepts. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say these as I see them. I'm gonna put them to favorites, especially the ones I call. I'm definitely gonna put those. We'll circle the wagons and get them, because I do not want to be missing those. Someone says, I think when Cain killed Abel in the garden. We got another answer in the garden. War started in heaven. JPM says, Genesis 3:15, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise thy heel. Okay, these are all great answers, and I will say this. To pinpoint when exactly the actual war started, I mean, these are all great answers, and they all could be right, believe it or not. And here's why I say that, because if you were thinking under the presupposition like I was thinking, okay, so as soon as you stop keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and the Father gave you, he gave you what he gave you in Deuteronomy 28. He gave you 28, 1 through 14, and he gave you 15 through 68. As soon as you said, I hate you, I'm gonna be at war with you, and he said, okay, cool. Y'all really think y'all built like that? Y'all really want it like that? Now that's my thinking. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the answers. All of these answers are actually really, 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 really good. And quite frankly, you can probably pinpoint a good position, and you could probably get some really, really good supporting information that support each one of these answers that I've seen. But the war on Israel, from my perspective, actually started when you said you hate the Father. When you declared war for the Israelites declared war on the Father first. Nobody ever told y'all that, right? Y'all declared war on the Father by saying, okay, no, we want a king. Okay, there you go. No, we don't want to do what you say. No, we don't want to. We Moses, go talk to him. We don't want to talk to him. Who did that?
Musa,
Who did he? Go ahead, bro.
Moses.
Go ahead, bro. Rock out, man.
That's
Rock out. Rock out.
Yeah, when we came up out of the wilderness and the Most High came, he said, now I'm going to be sanctified in front of the people. He said, sanctify yourself. Don't come near your wives or women for like 3 days, yada, yada, yada. And then when our people came up into the mountain and they seen the fire and the smoke, they said, we don't want to talk to the Most High. You go talk to him for us. They said that to Moses. Then the Most High said, okay, anybody come up, set bounds around the mountain. Anybody come up here, you're going to die. We've always had this unhealthy fear of the Most High and an unhealthy reverence of the enemy.
And that's a paradox, Yash, because here's why. We should have a fear of him, but we should be able to, if he want to holler at us, if he say he want to talk to you, you gonna say, well, no, I don't want to see him. That's you gonna say, okay, but then the heathens say, okay, nigger, pay your taxes. Yes, sir, boss. Yo, boss, we sick? You sick, boss? You got COVID? We got COVID, boss?
And that's what I mean about an unhealthy fear versus a reverence. It's in reverse. We should have that reverence for the Most High, which causes the right type of fear, and we should have that disdain for the heathen, yet we have that reverence for them. We got it all twisted.
Yeah, we got it way messed up. Sherry Calhoun, shalom to you, peace and blessings. I see a couple of people coming in. I'm gonna go ahead and shalom y'all. Up next, shalom, peace and blessings to you.
Amen.
Mo City, peace and blessings to you. So now I think we got that question out of the way. Now I'm gonna throw I threw everybody a little bit of a curveball because we declared war on the Father before he declared war on us. He said he loved us, and we declared war by saying, okay, we don't want to do what you said, that we want to do what the hell we want to do. We want to be like Mike. We want to be like everybody else. Now, I'm going to spin the family this way. And there's a reason why. I'm going to bring up Zechariah 12:1-4. Brother Yash, if you would, please, when I bring it up, can you see the screen, bro? Tell me when you can see the screen. Is Brother E, you around?
Yeah, I don't see the screen yet.
Okay. Hey, Brother E, I want you to read. When I share my screen, I'm going to have Zechariah up, and I'm going to take y'all off the screen. Brother E, if you could do me a favor, read Zechariah verses 12:1-4, please.
Absolutely. It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 12. The burden of the word of the Lord of Israel, saith the Lord, which stretcheth forth the heavens and layeth the foundation of the earth, and formeth the spirits of man within him. Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people round about, when they shall be in the siege both against Judah and against Jerusalem.
Stop right there. So now, a typical person will read that as being when they see Jerusalem, when they see against Judah, when they say against Jerusalem, you would normally be under the impression that he's talking about back in that day. whatever day that was when Jerusalem was under siege. But I'm going to submit this to you, family. When you see the word Jerusalem, don't necessarily think about the physical city. Think about the people. Why? Read verse 3, bro.
And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone.
Stop right there. Who is the whole earth worried about right now? Worried about if they Israel or not? The Russians made a song talking about they're gonna attack the United States while the Negro sleepy toys are sleeping. Go ahead, E. I'm sorry.
I said one way or another, they worried about Jerusalem.
Why they so worried about Jerusalem? So in Jerusalem, when we say Jerusalem, we talk about the people. He made the distinction right there between the northern and southern kingdom, and most that got by mostly everybody whoever picked up the book. Keep reading verse 3, bro.
In that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces. Though all the people of the earth be gathered together against it.
Stop right there. So when has the whole earth been gathered against Jerusalem? Been gathered against the people of the book. When was that? Somebody give me a date. I'm sorry, E. Go ahead, bro.
So it started with Psalms 83.
Okay.
That's what I was ready to say.
Okay. And a panel, Eliashah, Hal, Yash, Brother Ibri, Brother Raphael. Y'all see something, y'all say something. Jump in. Say it. Spit it. Because this is for the family. This ain't for your brother C. Hey, shalom, Brother Jabroni. How you doing, brother? Hope all is well. So let's go back and read that again. And in that day I will make Jerusalem, I will make the Israelites a burdensome stone for all people. All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces, though all the people of the earth be gathered together against it. The earth has never been so aligned against anybody like how they've been aligned against the Israelites.
It's called white supremacy.
It's called that, and it's also called the Hamites is better than you. Film that 11. It's also the Asians is over at the top of you. Film that. You film the Hamites is over you. Film the Asians at 12. Then circle that all with all of them trying to be under white supremacy because white supremacy is ruling the earth. So they want to get their biscuits and eat too. Also throwing your people in the war, but we're going to get to that later. I don't want to spoil that. Brother E, read me verse 4, please.
Verse 4. In that day, saith the Lord, I will smite every horse with astonishment, and his rider with madness. And I will open mine eyes upon the house of Judah, and will smite every horse of the people with blindness.
So when did this happen? Somebody gonna tell me, somebody gonna submit to me, okay, that happened with one of the incursions, with one of the many incursions that happened to Israel. But here's the crazy point, fam. This had never happened where the whole earth was gathered against you. Right. This is a future. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Rock out. Go ahead, bro. This is a future prophecy to you. And you should read it and take it as such. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing, Brother Cleo, because I was watching you guys' video with Tony Spain earlier today. I had missed it the first time. And he was talking in one part about his dreams. He was having a blocking bullets and stuff like that. I'm saying I had those same dreams. And I listen to a lot of artists, a lot of hip hop artists, in the truth. They talk about those things too. And the whole world really hates us right now. I mean, over in China, they've started hating us. I was watching a special about people who are mixed over there and how they're treated. Anything mixed is fine, but with us, and they don't have to pretend to like us like do over here, the smile and stuff. They don't even bother with that. But that burdensome stone, I think, and these dreams that people's been having, things I've been having, we're about to turn superhero on them. I think we're about to put all that movie stuff back in their face. All that fantasy they love, all that stuff they worship, the old gods and all that stuff. They just love, love, love. anyone who's touched us is about to feel the reverse, this epic proportion. And just, I don't know where this verse came from. I don't think I read it before. It just comes out. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this, and you just got yourself put on every list known to man. And this is a classic example, right? This is what we call that. And y'all, thanks for bringing that out. Since we call that the cheat codes. You know how you play these, you young stars play these video games. You go up, down, left, right, enter, and then you could have all lives and you never die. You got all speed. You could jump over buildings. You could
They don't know
fly.
about lives.
Yeah, you could be invisible. All of that, right? And where they got that from? They got that from the Israelites in the book. I mean, Mashiach, classic example. Mashiach, they'll be coming to get him, and he'll be sitting there. Then he disappeared, and he over here. Where happened to the Mashiach? Where did Mashiach just go? Well, he in the Himalayas right now. He said he'd be back in a few minutes, and then he'll be back. He had their capability. Not to mention the capabilities that he had. That the book say that you can't even, the whole earth can't even contain the stuff that they could write about the man. So you point on spot on about that. Now we're gonna switch gears, fam. Okay, so we talking about war. Somebody gonna get cut to pieces for fooling with Israel, and we have an idea who that is. But I'm gonna ask this question because now I'm about to mess y'all up. I'm about to mess everybody up right now. Everybody is about to get messed up. Now, here's the question that I have, and I'm asking everybody. I'm asking my brothers on the panel. I'm also asking the folks in the chat, and I'm asking the brothers in the panel first. Matter of fact, I'm asking everybody, whoever come with answers, whether it be a brother in the chat or whether it be a brother or a sister on our brother on the panel. What are the components of war? If somebody was to ask you, when you think about war, what are the components of it? And I want you guys to think about that before you answer. And keep in mind, fam, this is from your perspective, so there really is no right or wrong answer. It's just whatever you believe some components of war are. And you don't have to name all the components. You could just name a component. Now, I'll name a component. One of the components of war is you have fighting can be amongst two sides, can be amongst three sides, but you have fighting. That's one component of war. You have fighting and you have killing. You have death. That's a component of war. So y'all go ahead and put some components of war up. I'm not gonna say much else. I'll just put people comments up. I need to hear some comments. Y'all give me some perspectives on what are the components of war. And before I go any further, I'm gonna read this one right here from Praise Him, Jeremiah 51:20. This is one of my favorite verses in the whole book right here, which the whole book is great. Thou art my battle axe and weapon of war. Who he talking about? Who's your battle axe? I'm not even gonna read the rest of it. I'm gonna put the favorites. We're gonna get back to that one. Go ahead, brother Raphael. Go ahead.
You know, I was thinking about this not too long ago. I love war and battle and stuff. You know, you need generals, you need soldiers, you need spies, you need supplies. Yeah. That's what you need for war. You need that structure of who does what, bring the battle to them, bring it this way, support them, guide, fight. You know. That's what I think about war.
Are you ex-military, bro?
Yeah, you got me.
Okay.
You got me.
It's nothing against that, bro. That's
well, I mean,
that's
third
actually
generation.
good.
My grandfather, my father, good. You know, was like, yeah. So
that's actually good because you read it down. You read it down succinctly, brother Smitty. How you doing, bro? Peace and blessings to you. Hope the Father is blessing you and enriching you beyond your wildest dreams. And that's my prayer for all of Israel, that the Father just pour out so much blessings on top of you that you don't understand them. That you question him on why he blessing you so, because the only reason why he doing it is because he loved you so. Okay, so let's see some of these answers here. Fatima Yehuda Shah Yasharal, peace and blessings, sis. Disrespect and opportunity. Okay. Weapons, leadership, strategy. Yep, y'all on point right now. Y'all killing. Destruction. Yep, definitely destruction. Definitely. Strategic planning against the enemy. Okay. We're gonna put that to favorites, JPM. We're gonna circle the wagons on that. JPM, good precept. My good brother Smitty, exchange of power. Wow. Wow. Disinformation. Let's see here. Economic blockade. That's a good one. These are all good, actually. These are all really, really good. Establishment of ideology. Okay. Intelligence, communication, might, force, armor, weaponry. Man, y'all on point right now. All praise to the Father for Israel for being so brilliant. Tell you that right now. Y'all the most bravest and most brilliant people on the earth right now. Components of war are greed, weapons, and the powerful. God. When I read the precepts of breaking the pieces of the nations, all I hear is the Mortal Kombat finish him. Okay, Josiah Ben Yehuda. Let's see here. Must have a force, battle plan, and exit strategy. Fervent Heat 144 triple zero. Peace and blessings to you. Deception. To be technically and tactically proficient. Financial gains behind the scenes. For Israel, they're Elohim. That's interesting. Tactics, logistics, and strategy. So I could say this, that I'm gonna put that on favorites too, JPM. So I could say that y'all have a pretty good idea about some of the components that you need in war, and some of the players would be the if you're with the alliance group, you'll be aligned with certain individuals and certain nations, and then your opponent would be typically the Axis. No matter what your perspective, you're going to have the Allies versus the Axis, or the Allies versus the Allies in some cases. In this case, we'll say the Allies versus the Axis, and the Axis will have their homies, their networks, and their cliques that they clicked up with, and then they'll be fighting each other, right? So those are some of the players. My brother mentioned generals, captains, lieutenants. You have the different people in the different armed services, whether you're dealing with Army, Navies, Air Forces, and Marines, Secret Service, what have you, right? And so now, if you have all of those things when you're at war, right? Then where's Israel's stuff?
Hey, can I say something, Brother Cleo?
Absolutely. You ain't got to ask, just jump it. You rock the mic out, bro.
When you ask what are the components of war, when I think of a component, I think of a part or something that, you put together, a component of something, what causes it, a reason for it. And so if we talking about war from a biblical standpoint, the main component of war is vengeance. The Most High never declared war against anybody who haven't harmed his people or haven't brought havoc on his land. Everything the Most High is getting ready to do with the nations is on behalf of his people. And I'm not an expert on war or anything, but even the people that's in fellowship tonight, if somebody was to harm, something that's near and dear to you, that would be the first thing on your mind, vengeance. And so how you go about doing that, that's where everything that everybody's naming, that's where that comes in, having those things into play, the strategy, the plan, just like when those Hamites raped Dinah, our forefather's sister, their first mind was to go to war and to, execute vengeance, but it had to be under a certain way. You have to wait. You can't just, act out. You got to wait. You got to plan it out. Then you make it happen. But that's what I wanted to add, vengeance.
And that's an awesome ad because that's a perspective from the Father, because he say vengeance is who? And he also say he gonna use Israel to do some damage on somebody. And that's in the book. That ain't your brother Cleo, that's the book. So appreciate that, bro. And again, brothers on the panel, anytime y'all want to jump in, y'all just jump in and I'll go on mute. And I'll tell you, like I always tell you, y'all go ahead, rock out. And I'm glad y'all on. So, and I appreciate that, brother E. So I asked that question for a simple fact that we've been at war since, we'll say since we fell away from the Father, since he poured the curses on us. We'll say that as at a bare minimum, right? But here in 2022, how many Negroes that live in the snakes, just the snakes alone, will even acknowledge that they in a war? First of all, you don't even know that you're in a war. Second of all, everything that was named in the chat and the brother speaking, we have how many of those things? Where's our strategy? Where's our military? Where's our intelligence? Where's our CIA, our FBI to gather intelligence on the enemy and report back like how the spies did in the book? He sent them out. Y'all go get that precept. He sent them out. Go say, okay, so go see if we could get one of them, if we could take them. And they went back and said, oh yeah, I don't know. And somebody said, well, yeah, we could get them. We could get them. Where's our strategy? Where's our economics to be able to fund such an event? And yet, per the book, you the next superpower that's going to be on the earth. How is the Father going to pull that off? He going to be the one to pull it off because we have no power, no coordinated power whatsoever. So you have to be rocking with the Father at this time. If you're not, you ass out.
Hey, brother Cleo,
What's up?
Let me jump in for a second here.
Oh, yes, sir.
So I'm thinking about what you said earlier and think about what you're saying now about, what are some of the weapons of war? What are some of the things we need for war? And what do we actually have right now? We need all those things, and we should have all those things. And one of the things we should be looking at, Paul talks about in Ephesians, and he's talking about waging war and having the weapons of war that will help you of who we're really fighting against. He says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Elohim, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. So Paul, and then he goes on to list a series of types of armor we have based on the virtues that we should have from the word of Yah, which include faith, which include the breastplate of righteousness, which include the sword of salvation. So these are the weapons that we can have too. So we're talking about some things that are physical, but we also need to remember we need to be equipped with our spiritual armor, the spiritual armor that we gain through HaMashiach.
And that's an awesome word. And I put it up on the screen, Hal, just for posterity's sake. The brother was reading from Ephesians 6, and you can take 6 all the way and go all the way 1 and go all the way down to 12, where you hear, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So not only are you fighting a physical, visual battle, like the brother just pointed out, but you got an invisible army fighting against you too. That's an awesome point, E. Brother Hal. That's an awesome point. You fight not only against the book say the whole earth, including Psalms 83, the whole earth is going to come against you. Not only do you have the whole physical realm, but then you got all of these entities in the spiritual realm too. And so we must be able to put on the full armor. And y'all should have these committed to memory. Brother Hal, can you see the screen?
Oh yeah, I can see the screen. You want me
Can
to?
you brought these precepts? Can you read 13 through 18 for me, please?
No doubt. And forgive me for I think you got the King James version up there.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read from the same version, but you're gonna see where the differences are because I will be using names like Elohim instead of God.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start from.
Start from 13.
I read 12 and 13. You want me to start from 14?
Yes, sir.
All right. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of shalom.
Stop right there. The gospel of shalom is who? Keep reading. Y'all already know who the gospel are. The good news is the who. The gospel is who. Go ahead and read, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Stop right there. So now, when he says taking the shield of faith, all the fiery darts meaning physical and spiritual.
Amen.
Go ahead and read, bro.
17. And take the helmet of salvation.
What you say from? What you say from, Israelites? Keep reading, bro.
And the sword of the Ruach, which is the word of Elohim.
Stop right there. I gotta read this one again myself. I have to read this one. Verse 17. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit. The sword of the Spirit is Mashiach, which is the word of the Father. The sword of the Spirit is Mashiach. Anytime you read in this book, you better put a 1 up if you believe that Mashiach was the book. Y'all better be putting them 1s up. Read 18, bro.
Right.
Why are they putting them 1s up? Read 18.
Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Ruach. Watching thereunto with all perseverance and
praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Ruach. Watching the.
And so, family, if you don't have this committed to memory, you got your echo down, Brother Hal?
Oh yeah, is that me?
Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, it was either me or you. I muted everybody else, so I think we got it out the way. But I'll say this, fam, and we had this committed when we was in Christianity and didn't know what we was talking about. Now it should be incumbent upon us to remember as much of this book as we can. Why? Because now is the time when it's going to be more prevalent for you to use it. Case in point, I'm going to ask this question. Have you ever been trying to do something and you couldn't do it and you said, Father, please help me, and then he helped you? Has that ever happened to anybody? Maybe I'm the only person that happened to. But the Father is working on everything in your behalf. Why do you think he left us the book in English when the only language we know is English? You think that was by the Invisible One's design to have the book rewritten from the original language that it was in to now English? When the Father knew his people was going to be speaking English? Huh? You think he did? You think he didn't know? Oh, they gonna switch it up. They gonna switch up the book, and the book is gonna be in English. Okay, so my people now speaking English. So what's the difference? What's the difference?
Hey, you know what's interesting? He did it first. He did the same when we were speaking Greek.
Bring it out, Doc.
Ain't that something?
Bring that out. I don't think they heard you.
First we were speaking Greek. That's why the New Testament was all translated into Greek.
Nothing new under the sun.
Nothing new under the sun.
That, and you see how
he had the Old Testament first done in Greek under Ptolemy the Fifth.
That and you see how raw the Father is, and see this is a chess game, and it's like an ant trying to play chess with the father. If you're a human, or even the spirits, the entities that he created, because everything was created by him. But you're playing chess against you'll never win, because this is his construct. How can you win? Just like the heathen trying to build up the space war, the space force, whatever that is. And the space force is only to fight Mashiach. That's what the space force is for. Anyway, I'm getting off the beaten path. Let me get back on it. So y'all named a lot of the components of war, but I'm going to say this. There's one player that y'all missed, and that's who we're about to go into right now. So I'm going to ask the question, the player, what was the player that was missed? There was one player that was missing in everything that was talked about. And you know who that player was? I'm just going to get right to it. The player that was missing was the traitor. The traitor is missing. Now, you guys don't have to really think too hard to see who a traitor is. And no, a traitor is not necessarily somebody who's in Christianity, because we were all in Christianity. And do I hate my Christian brothers and sisters? Absolutely not. My prayer is that they come out of it and that they wake up and pick up the book and pick up their heritage. But you had, like the brothers say, you had the Benedict Arnold, right? So now, if I was to say or ask the question, what organization, I'm gonna frame it all the way like how I want to. What organization, and when I say that, I'm thinking of a lot of good ones. Y'all put this in the chat. What organization has been the biggest traitors of black folks? And there it go right there. We ain't even gonna ask the question no more. See, Yash, you're cheating. And see, Yash, they will think we got together and we conspired against the fam. Brother say the UA. Brother say the UA. JPM, let me tell you something. Hey, JPM, you'll point with that fam, but the UA is a small drop in the bucket.
Yeah, I said that was a good one.
Hey, Josh, you ain't no good, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I'm sorry.
He's no good, bro. Because look, I got a whole lineup for you right now on that. I'm telling you, because that's exactly where we going. Okay, so I want to see what the fam got to say. So let's see, Josiah Ben Yah, the Alpha, Beta, Delta, Epsilon crew, Khan, yes sir, yes sir. Yasha 83 says the NAACP. NAACP is an offshoot of what Yash said. You will notice that every Negro organization that's out right now haven't done a damn thing for you, but they've only enriched themselves and they click. The talented 10. What my man say right here? What'd he say? What that mean? The Alpha, Beta, Delta, Epsilon crew. Let's see. Oh, y'all going in right now. Y'all see. That's why I love the Israelites, because the Israelites' eye is wide awake. And they're not going. What's that precept where it say where we would have been fooled, but we can't be fooled. I need to remember that. Y'all please forgive me. I'm not quoting something that's not there. Anyway, let me keep going. It'll come to me. Let's see here. Black politicians, Edomites, Black Greeks. We see you. We see you. Yes, sir. Fraternities and sororities. Black Lives Matters. Ain't nobody. I know nobody in here fool with no Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matters is a front for white people to get money. Point blank. The Pan-Hellenic crew. Yep. Let's see what my brother say here. Isaiah 9:16. For the leaders of the people cause them to err. They that are led of them are destroyed. You better stop following behind these people that's talking about they a leader. I'm not no leader, nor am I a teacher. Neither one. And I don't know nothing about the book, so therefore I can't be accused of being no teacher. If somebody telling you something and it's not in the book and it ain't scripturally sound, that man or that woman is a liar. Leave them. Leave them alone. Well, what the book say? Leave them alone. If it's not of the Most High, it'll come to naught. You telling somebody that LSC is not real has already come to naught. You lying and saying that don't believe the Father, believe this white evangelical that made up the rapture. Okay, sure. I'm going to do that. Right. I'm not doing that. Religion. Jesse Jackson, Rainbow Push. Shalom, Donovan Ben Yehuda. How you doing, bro? Hope all is well. Jesse Lee and Candace. Yep. The KKK. The Black Caucuses. Let me see if we're going to start at. Exactly. BLM is a hashtag for personal gain. Yeah, for white people to get money. I haven't gotten a nickel from BLM. But here's the crazy thing. All the stuff that BLM do and don't do, and you have a bunch of white people writing it, or they'll say, well, it's those niggers that did it. Well, it's the niggers' fault.
You know what? Brother Raphael would bring it up about the cheat codes. And I too had a vision of the cheat codes. And in the cheat codes, we got all the traitors first. And I seen it. And I was there. It was a vision.
Got them first. Felt those spirits.
The first ones to go was all the traitors.
Wow.
And I think I put that precept up in there for you too, Brother Keo.
Yeah, I got that precept started, saved to favorites. It's in the background. Matter of fact, let me go get it. I'll go get it. I'm getting smarter with this technology while I'm saving them. You talk about Matthew 24:24.
Yeah, I think me and you on the same mental wavelength tonight or something.
Matthew 24:24. Let's go ahead and read that, bro. Go ahead and read. Go ahead and read that.
There shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch, listen, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. But it's not possible. It's not gonna happen.
I'm gonna tell you right now. An Israelite that accepted their culture, and that's LSC, this will not apply to you. You will not be deceived. You won't be deceived by Cleo. You won't be deceived by the Zigzag Man, and you won't be deceived by Creflo Dollar. Well, brother C, why are you throwing yourself in there? I'm throwing myself in there because I'm subject to error, and prayerfully that I don't say nothing that goes against the book. That's why I'm throwing myself in there. I'm not above reproach. Your brother Cleo better be speaking from that book and only that book. If he come with something, he says his opinion. Okay, well that's his opinion, right? I got a right to my opinion, but I can't be saying, oh yeah, my opinion is as it is written. So that's why I'm gonna put myself with those other idiots, because they idiots. But I'm gonna tell you this right now: you is not gonna be able to deceive no Israelite. You're not. That's not gonna happen. Why? Because of where we at in the prophecy paradox. Somebody go get Deuteronomy 30 and see who's doing those things. Who's doing Deuteronomy 30 right now? The Israelites. Who told you about the second Exodus? The Israelites. Who told you about the 400-year prophecy? The Israelites. Who the only people that's been telling you, you better go LSC or you better forget it? If you're not LSC, put the book down. Who been saying that on the whole earth? Who been saying it? You tell me you gonna get Creflo Dollar to say LSC. Creflo Dollar say if that Hasatan wants you to keep LSC, because if you keep an LSC, you're not of the Father. Now, how wicked does that sound? You got a man that's got 8 or 10 jets and got the best of the best, telling you that anyway, I'm getting off the beaten track, but y'all know what it is. But the very elect is not going to be fooled. He said if it was possible, that means that is impossible. You running around here, you LSC, and you know Mashiach is the word. It's impossible for you to be fooled. Matter of fact, y'all the ones that's going to be straightening this mess out. It's going to be y'all because y'all his battle axe. He was telling you about vengeance. Why was he telling you about that? Why was he telling you about that? So, fam, y'all got it. The Boule. Matter of fact, I'm going to go what my brother said. And so, why is it that the Boule, well, how you guys put it down was so I can go like I got a whole page of, let me do this before we do anything. Let me do this. See, I'm on top of it right now. Y'all like, okay, is he on top? We're gonna run fair use right quick. After we run fair use, then we're gonna jump on the Boule head right quick. Is that okay, fam? Is it okay that I do that? Shalom, Cindy Clark. Peace and blessings to you, sis. Somebody got something to say before I run fair use?
No, I was gonna say go for it, bro.
Okay, let me go ahead and run fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. And this is a copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, so fam, now that we got that out the way, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and we're gonna go in on the Boule for a minute, because you would have had to have a major group of traitors that have said, to hell with black folk, it's just about us. And one of their phrases are, they're beholden to the king. And that's a Greek construct, but we'll show that later. But I got this website, I'm gonna put the link in. And why did the Boule destroy Marcus Garvey? Why did they come at that man so? That's a rhetorical question, because we know why they came at him. They're no different than the Pharisees and the Sadducees during Mashiach's time. Because a lot of times, if you're getting butter biscuits from a group of people or the people that's in control, never mind looking to yourself and looking in the mirror and say, hey, you know what? I'm already great. I don't need nobody else. All I need to do is hook up with my family in the chat and in the panel, and we're going to rock out, and we're going to create some great things, and we're going to help build our family up. You can build your family up this day. I don't care what nobody's saying. It's our time. If you crying out, somebody get Deuteronomy 30. We supposed to cry out and do what? So if you're doing that, if the Father with you, go get the verse where it says, if the Father's with you, who can be against you? Now notice this video, fam. It's about the Boule, but if you click on it, you can't go nowhere. You click on it, what it say? Video is unavailable. Okay. The black Boule, rich elite, homosexual, secret society paid to destroy Marcus Garvey. But now these entities is for who? 1904 is when the Boule started. The first African-American Greek secret society was sworn in Philadelphia. Notice how they say they're a secret society. You're a secret society. So that means that, so let me get this straight. You secret, and you supposed to be helping black folks, NAACP, but the only thing you've done after 100 years is put money in your pocket. Name me one thing that the NAACP has done outside of standing in front of somebody and probably standing behind somebody next to some Boule lawyer when somebody get hemmed up, or one of our families suffer a heinous act. You're no different than the church. You enrich yourself. That's all you doing. You're not doing nothing to benefit our people as a whole. Let me continue reading this, because this is going to get interesting. Was formed to bring together a select group of educated black men and women fashioned after Yale Skull and Bones. So there again, once again, you're following up and you're trying to be like the heathen. Never mind that it's Greek fraternities and sororities. Never mind that you're beholden to the king. Never mind that you pattern yourself off of Greek, quote, nobility. Never mind that your structure is after what you call archons. And if you look up the definition of archon, that's nothing but a demon. And it say it right here. Today, 5,000 archon male Boule members and their wives, Arkansas with 112 chapters, make up the wealthiest group of black men and women on the planet. Archon means demon. Look it up. Go Google Archon and see what you come up with. Look at this entity right here. Look at this entity. That's an entity. And he got, that's Pan. Look, he got, if you look underneath there, he got them lamb legs or whatever legs Pan, that's Pan right there. Huh? Look at this, look at this right here, this imagery right here. Behold to the king. And what's in that Greek vase? What's in that? What these words say. If you got 112 chapters, with 5,000 men that's wealthy and smart and know how to do business, surely we could have already taken over the snakes. Surely that should have already happened. Because I can guarantee you right now, if I got 100 Israelites and they a tenth of what you talk about, less than a tenth, we 1%, less than 1%. I get 100 Israelites, we can rock out, take over nations. Yes, I said that. I could get 100 Israelites. I'm gonna say it again. If I get 100 Israelites with like minds, we could take over nations. Well, brother, see, how can you say that? Because the book says we can do it. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say that you can do it. I'm no different than nobody in the chat, male or female, because quiet is kept. My sisters like Harriet Tubman. My sisters like Mariah Yakita. My sisters like, Notorious Hebrew. Shout out to all my sisters. I'm gonna bring some of y'all up. I'm gonna put some of y'all up on screen. Darlena Franklin. As I see unorthodox daughter of Zion, my sister Joy, my sister Darlene. All of these sisters, I could take 100 of sisters and take over nations. The Father just only need a handful of us. You think you got 5,000 demons with 112 chapters, and y'all can't, you still on the bottom? This is bigger than the Boule. This is bigger than that. Y'all still on the bottom, but y'all got all of this right here. How does that happen? How does that work? I'm the leader of this organization. I'm like, okay, well, we got, where your security organization at? Where's your intelligence organization? Because we need to be getting some intelligence on how we gonna get this, on how we gonna get the snakes, or how we gonna run the snakes. Huh? Yup, I said that. I did say that. Let's read this part right here. Today's 5,000 Archon male Boule members and their wives. I think I read that. Black men and women. Archons means demon, the kind they like to keep hidden. But who does the Boule really serve? The satanic, mostly white global elite. As long as the black member conforms to the rules, the riches will be in abundance. If not, down comes the hatchet. Blackmail is part of the deal. So now you know this to be true, because what has happened to every so-called black that reaches certain status? Y'all already know who it is. We could go down the line and y'all could start naming names and start name dropping, and then you will see their demise. Who's the latest one right now? R. Kelly. R. Kelly didn't do nothing. And I'm okay. Let me preface this before I say this. I'm going to preface this. I'm not condoning nothing that man did. I'm not condoning anything that R. Kelly did. I'm not doing that. What I am going to say, though, is that what he did was as heinous as Epstein. And Epstein, I'm going to tell you this right now, is walking around somewhere on some island kicking it. If you believe that Epstein was taken out, you out of your mind. I'm gonna say how I would normally say, no. You out of your rabbit ass mind. Mm-hmm. How about that?
Hey.
How about that?
How about always that? The mysterious death and the disappearance.
Man,
Nobody. No, I talked to him.
Man, listen. Epstein, Weinstein. Look at this brother right here. Oh, Weinstein ain't doing no time in jail. They run these people. You'll see them walking out the front door, walking in the front door with handcuffs on, and then you don't see what's going on in the back door. How they take their handcuffs off, put them on a nice suit, whisk them to some island where you ain't never heard about, where you ain't never been to, and you'll never see them again. Only for the time for them to talk about them in the news, and then you'll see some fake, what you call that, a stage with some jail cell or whatever, and you'll see these people looking like they sit up there. I'm gonna tell you this right now: Epstein Weinstein ain't doing no time, and Epstein somewhere still alive. Trust and believe that. Let me keep reading. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stop reading. Bros, you got anything to add to this Boule madness? Because we gonna keep going in on the Boule. Go ahead, bro.
They had that white dude, that military dude, a few years back, went out there, killed all of our people, and they whisked them away to Israel.
And you ain't seen or heard from him since.
Man, but this dude, he killed a lot of us. Yeah, they took him, locked him up, so supposedly, and sent him over there to Israel.
I'm gonna ask a question. Do y'all really truly believe that when these white men be killing black people, when they lock them up, said they get life, that either something mysteriously happened to them or you never see them again? Do y'all honestly believe that they be locking these people up?
I didn't. I don't know about anybody else.
They always the master of escape every time we turn around. You know, have you guys seen that that Thoughts Camera Action episode when he's talking with Judge Judge Greg Mathis? And Greg Mathis was talking about how back in the day, he would go to parties in Hollywood and he'd be talking to a girl, you know, things be nice. And she'd go to the bathroom. He said this one time she went to the bathroom, came back. She said, you know, a guy just offered me $2,000 to sign a little affidavit that said that you sexually harassed me tonight at this party. In the bathroom, a guy was in the bathroom. He's like, that's what they do. They set him up. He set this long list up because what everyone says is he has to do it because the amount. Not accusing anybody of what they did do, but they set it up. They let you set themselves up. And these guys thinking that they're going to be untouched. No, like with Tiger Woods, they let him do all that stuff. And then he decided to get big enough. He probably just a little note to his wife, a little call. And she took his arm out, and he ain't been the same since. Now he's retired. And I was, I don't know if anybody watches racing. I watched the Formula One. And then that racing show they have on Netflix is actually pretty good. They have that black kid. He's mixed, but he's 7-time back-to-back champion, 7 times in a row. This last time, they did every trick in the book to stop him. I mean, it was a coordination from all levels.
Bubba Wallace.
No, this is Formula One. This is
Formula One.
Yeah. Oh, now I can't think of his name.
Is that one brother where that one dude in Formula One called him? He called him out his name, and they wound up banning him.
That was
Formula One.
No. Now I can't think of his name. Goodness. Mm-hmm. But you guys, you would know if you've seen the news and he's all over. I can't think of his name, but yeah, they twisted the rules at the end of his last lap just to knock him over because he was there too long. And you see, when you're there too long, they'll find a way to come you down.
Every time, and it's a concerted effort because they don't want you to get any momentum. But here's the problem with that concerted effort: these cats right here, they got the pictures on these cats. So these cats right here, although they're powerful and they have wherewithal to do things, they're compromised. If I scroll up, a lot of these cats is married, supposedly. But you say they're Richie Lee homosexuals. And so a lot of them, even pledge, they had to do some wicked acts against the father. Because the father say that that's an abomination. It's an abomination to him. So if it's an abomination, it's abomination. The father wrote the rules to his construct. So it will behoove us to abide by them, right? Let's keep reading a little bit of this, and we're going to go to another Boule link. This Masonic secret society has a pyramid style like all the rest. The lower ranks are kept from knowing what the upper ranks are doing. The earlier 20th century was a period of reconstruction. Now, so that means that think about this, fam. Think about Black Wall Street. Think about Rosewood. Think about the cities that were destroyed. Do you think for 1 minute that these brothers and sisters didn't have a hand in that? That's a cold pill to swallow right there. Because you watched the destruction of our people and you didn't lift a finger to stop it. If this is true, the earlier 20th century during Reconstruction. Now, has anyone here considered when the Depression happened? And you tie that in with what happened to Black Wall Street and Rosewood. What timing was that? And then I'm gonna do you even colder. Then layer that against where we're at now. Layer that against us going back in time because we're seeing time going in reverse as it speeds forward. Time is going reverse. We're seeing and experiencing everything that happened in the past. We're going to see it, but in reverse. So if you're going to see it in reverse, what does that mean? Hey, shalom, brother Real Morgan. What does that mean? It's like I tell you all the time. If you're going to see it in reverse, that means that you're going to have a reversal of the tail becoming the head and the head becoming the tail. The first 10 years are going to be absolutely fantastic. Not saying that it's going to take 10 years because it may take longer, it may take less, but I will submit to you that the first 10 years will be fantastic because you are seeing the outpouring of the Father pouring out his wrath over the whole earth. The Father in his book said that he would never destroy the earth by water. And yet every nation has been getting flooded.
You know, they getting flooded on one end and fire on the other end.
Hey, that's Cali right there, bro. California. Listen, look at Google Riverside County or San Bernardino. They got fires and they got the flooding. Here's how cold it is. The flooding comes and it's not just water. It's a mountain of mud that's rolling down these hillsides, tearing stuff up. I mean, blowing stuff out. And then you got the fires in Cali too. So, and then if you look at all of the nations, China talking about they ain't got no water, but they've been getting flooded out.
Oh man, hey, that's funny because China be getting flooded out all the time. Yet their largest river has dried up.
Just an earthquake a couple days ago,
again, bro. Say that again, bro. Because people don't understand. Go ahead and say that. Go ahead, Rock.
All these floods, and I see them. I post them almost daily. Flooding. Yet their largest river, I'm talking about this river is like, you know, it's got a bridge the size of the Golden Gate Bridge on it. But
that's the Gans River, right?
But you can walk across that water. It ain't even up to your knees. That's how shallow that water is. It's small. It ain't even a river. It ain't even a lake. It's a puddle.
Eat it, TJ.
Most high left him a puddle.
I believe that's the Gans River, and you're 1,000% correct. Now look how much a paradox that is. And in California, they're like, okay, well, there's no water because there hasn't been any rain for the last few years. So now you're gonna have all these cutbacks, you're gonna have all these energy things. But the Father said he wasn't gonna destroy the earth by water, but at the same time, he's pouring out his wrath. We just now getting started, folks.
He said he'll sweep them with the besom of destruction, though, so they're getting swept away.
Yes, sir.
This is the overture. That's all this is. It's just the overture. They're getting whiplash back and forth. Fire, flood, fire, flood, fire, flood. They're going to crick their neck.
And it's the same in Spain. They got floods on one end and fire on the other.
Italy, same thing. Italy, same thing. Sweden had the same thing. It's funny. I got a site that I go to that it just shows nothing but all the disasters that's hitting the earth, and you will be amazed at how much flooding is going on the earth.
Oh
You'll
man,
be amazed at how much stuff. I know you would be amazed. I'm actually just
I'd
saying
be
that
amazed
to myself.
Anyway.
No.
It's like my new favorite genre.
I'm about to find the link to the site because it's on my it might be on my links here where I could pull that up.
This is
so
let
me
get SOTT, Sign of the Times News. I've been watching.
Yeah, they have that. They have two preachers. They have Destruction Earth. They have the AI ones. There's so many. That's all I
There's
do
a
is just
lot
watch.
of them.
It's a lot.
Yep. And guess what though? Y'all need to ask a question, and everybody here needs to ask themselves the question: why are you so calm, brother? Hal, you got a comment, bro? Go ahead and rock.
No, I was just thinking about, I was just seeing recently, maybe for the past, I think they said since probably June or July, Pakistan has been experiencing severe flooding, and I think they said over 1,500 people, mostly children, as they put it, have died. One thing I was thinking about, though, I was looking at that, and how much that country is suffering because of its flooding right now, and the amount of aid that the United States has sent to that country has maybe been in the millions, right? They haven't at all kicked up the aid because of the flooding they're experiencing. And I just think about all the money, the billions of dollars that keeps pouring in to the country that is at a so-called war right now, the Ukrainians, and all the money that they're receiving. But sweet old United States, man, they're not down to help Pakistan, but they're certainly down to help the Ukraine. It's amazing.
They ain't helping Jackson, Mississippi.
Say that again, bro.
They ain't helping Jackson, Mississippi.
Uh
Their water look like coffee. Black.
huh.
No sugar, no cream.
Hey, hold on a second. We're gonna continue on. Hold that thought, y'all. Hey, brother Banya, how you doing? Go ahead and greet the fam, man. How's it going?
Shalom, blessings, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well, man. I'm just here on my break, just listening to you, brothers. Everything y'all have been saying is like spot on. You know, everything they do though, it turns around on them. You know, you got Lake Powell. You know, in 32 more feet. You know, they lose 32 more feet of that. Like, what is it? Like 5 million people gonna lose their power. You know, so you got lakes drying up in one area, and then you got floods in another area. Then you got, the demon of England passed away. You know, so
We're gonna touch on that. Hey, Elisha, how you doing, bro? We called you, been calling you. How you doing, bro?
Can
What's
y'all
going
hear me?
on, man?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and
Yeah,
clear. Go
man,
ahead,
listen,
rock
man,
out.
I'm like a coughing wreck right now, man. So, between trying to get when I first got on, I was just putting my kids in the bed. I had to have a talk with my daughter, and then I'm coughing like I got tuberculosis. So I kept having to back out.
You doing well? You drink some lemon tea or something, bro?
Man, I've been taking I've been putting this Cajun foot essential oil inside with the green tea. And I got these all natural halls that got like honey in it. And then, I mean it works for a minute. It seemed like this cough is a little persistent. That's all. But other than that, man, I'm cool as a fan. I'm all right. Man, just peace and blessings to everybody. Peace and blessings to my Salt of the Earth family. It's funny when I pray for you, brothers. Now it feels awkward not to. I always pray for Brother Cleo and Brother Karab every day. Like, they don't even know how many years that they in about 3 prayers of mine every day by name. So now that I got this new family that I'm getting accustomed to, the one you brothers' names that I do know, I say y'all by name, but then I say in the Salt of the Earth family because I don't remember all you brothers' names yet.
Hey, but the Most High knows, man, and we give thanks and praise for that much.
It's good to have somebody lifting you up, especially how the book says. Somebody go get that precept where it say the prayer of the righteous availeth much, and this is a righteous brother that's done been to hell and back. So surely his prayers is going to get through. Now, since we're talking about floods, Yash, I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen to my side. We're gonna deviate a little bit, and hey, fam. I owe y'all a part 2 to the last KC that we did. I'm gonna put a screenshot up of it, and we still got to go back and finish part 2 to that. And Yash got some stuff, and Brother Kadar got some stuff on that one. But check
Let
this
me
out,
ask y'all
fam.
brothers one second. Let me ask
Go
one.
ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. Rock out.
Because I see some of the family telling me what to put in my tea. Like, I don't know how I do. How do I comment back to?
You go to the click on comments, and then you just type in at the bottom where it says post a comment.
Oh,
Like
all
for
right.
instance, see where at the bottom in the StreamYard where it says post a comment on the right.
Yeah.
If you click inside of that and type, then you'll be able to respond back to the fam.
Oh, I got you. All right, my
Yeah.
bad. I didn't want to interrupt you just for
Oh
that.
man, hey man, listen, man. This is you with family, man. There ain't no interruption. Your brother C ain't nobody. He's a regular Negro, just like everybody else.
Nah, man, we the super lights, man. We ain't no regular, we the super
Hey,
lights.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this though. I will say this, and I'm gonna say this about every brother on the panel and those folks in the chat. Y'all are at least 10 years ahead of the curve. So if you okay, everybody in the chat and my brothers on the panel is 10 years ahead of everybody. So if you 10 years ahead of everybody, surely you gonna be doing some great things, because by the time that everybody catch up with you, you still gonna be 10 years ahead. They're gonna be looking back and saying, oh, well, y'all just now getting with that paradigm. Well, we over here, we got the cheat codes over here. We doing this over here. My brother Hal could walk through walls. Brother E got X-ray vision, and he could jump over buildings, and he could do the 100-yard dash in 0.0111 seconds. My brother Banya can slay 100,000 men with just his two hands. My brother Elisha seen it all coming, and he told us so. And not only did he tell us so, he sat and taught and talked with everybody and told everybody what they deal was. And your brother C just sitting back, watching it happen, just shaking his head. Yep, I knew that was going to be so. Y'all 10 years ahead of everybody. Check out this site right here. Now, I'm going to put the link in it, but look at where all the flood has been happening. Montreal, San Bernardino. I don't know where this place is. Some typhoon. Chicago. South Africa. Hawaii getting hit with foolishness. Baja, down the street getting hit. Fires in Hemet getting hit. That's Cali. Hurricane in California. That hurricane that came off the Baja coast and kind of deviated. Cali about to hit with, and not to mention there's earthquakes going berserk right now too. Perth, Hagerstown. Look at South Korea, Germany. And folks, this is just over the last few days. Dallas been getting hit. Georgia been getting hit. I don't know if y'all seen the one with Yellowstone. This was fantastic. What happened to Yellowstone? So I'm gonna put this link if y'all wanna look at a site that's got a catalog of all the acts that the Father is doing. Go to this site and get your laugh on. But the amazing thing about all of this, and you can keep going, Michigan, Charleston, Minnesota, and this is all over the last couple of weeks, fam. This is over the last couple of weeks. My brother mentioned Pakistan, Riverside, California, Central Mississippi, Dallas. Look at this, folks. But here's the most unfathomable part. Hailstones, hail biggest softballs. Imagine driving and all of a sudden this start hitting your car.
Hey, bro, check this out. I was reading in Jerusalem Post, right? The Jerusalem Post says, "Is God punishing the United States of America?"
Yeah.
Look. Let me share my screen for you.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, man.
Let me share my screen for you. It's everywhere, bro. Hey, they don't believe that doo-doo stinks, though, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But check this out. Hold on. The Jerusalem Post right here. Is God punishing the United States? It is a challenge for me to believe that the series of plagues that have befallen the United States of America of late are not part of some heavenly master plan. This is the Jerusalem Post, right? And it says, I am certainly not one to dare assume to know what goes on in the mind of the God I believe in, and consider it to be a bit arrogant to go down that path. Nevertheless, at the risk of being labeled an old fool, it is a challenge for me to believe that the series of plagues that have befallen the United States of America of late are not part of some heavenly master plan,
You
right?
got next.
Yo, hey, all these people that don't believe the 400-year prophecy, though, right? They don't know how to understand what constitutes plagues and what constitutes wrath.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, when they talk about it, oh, we still here 400 years. I'm like, look, read the Bible, read the scripture, man. What the scriptures say? Did the scriptures say we leave after 400 years? Did the scriptures say that just by virtue of us being here, we still gonna be afflicted?
He
The
said he
Most
gave
High
you space
said,
to repent.
yeah,
See,
exactly.
they ain't looking at this space to repent.
Yeah, they not. But we talked about that yesterday about how it ain't even telling them to let us go. It ain't even about them letting us go. It's about the Most High stepping in
Mm.
and doing what He said He was gonna do. Like He
Mm.
raised this place up the same reason why He raised up Egypt,
Mm.
right? So that everybody know His power when He throw it down.
Yo,
Amen.
Everybody gonna know who it was. Everybody gonna know. Oh yeah,
your
you
brother
know.
Karad, let me send you this video I seen on TikTok. Yeah, they asked I forget the brother's name, but I believe he's supposed to be a part of the Caribbean Nationals or something like that. Anyway, they asked him how he felt about Queen Elizabeth dying. He said he didn't feel anything, And then, I mean, that might have been the punchline there, but if you read like the small heading at the bottom, it read Caribbean nations call for independence, slavery reparations after Queen's death. And I mean, nobody's highlighting that part, but that's like the main motivation behind the brother saying he didn't care about the Queen's death, is that our brothers in the Caribbean. I mean, I know that's a touchy subject, but hopefully we do got some brothers in the Caribbean. They're black they're black just like us, and that they're calling for independence, slavery reparations after the Queen died. And I think that that's real interesting that that message was put out there right after her death, because I wasn't under the impression that some of the Caribbean islands was under British rule to the extent that our people be calling out for independence.
Well, you know what? You just actually killed two birds with one stone, right, brother Hal?
Yeah, man. Brother Lasha, you talking about his name is Muda Baruka.
That's right. Yeah, that is his
Yeah,
name.
We were discussing that earlier today.
Yeah.
And the brother was going to actually put that post up tomorrow. I knew we had the KC going on today, so I said, "Look, put it up tomorrow."
Oh well, then my bad.
No, that's cool.
No, that's
Because
good.
the whole thing, the discussion was whether or not, if it was going to be acceptable or not. But yeah.
Yeah, but I think that right there is prophetic in that, I know that we plead on our own cause, and I'm confident in saying that the tribes of Judah is why we're so vocal in this country right now regarding who we are as Israelites, and calling out the fact that the 400 years is up, and that these plagues are going to keep coming, not just at America, but to the four corners of the earth where our brothers are scattered. And just to hear that, our brothers out there are actually calling out for these things as well. Like, he's saying, look, we want reparations, repatriation. We want that right now, So I think that the European powers is just like the brother read in the Jerusalem Post, that these things are being called out. And, it's not even a matter of if the 400-year prophecy is valid or not. The world is taking notice just by the fact that they're noticing these plagues. And one more thing, if anybody's seen what it's like in China right now, and I've seen a video where it said it's so hot in China, people they're living in caves, like they're sleeping, they're making mattresses or like bed tops on top of pools of water because it's so hot there. Because supposedly the Chinese government then cut off the power grid in certain areas. So they showed one Chinese female, she was sitting on the curb, and like her sandals got so hot from walking on the street that it literally, melted the bottom of her sandals. And one guy, he was standing next to a tree. It looked like the tree was being, internally cooked because of the steam that was coming out of it. Like, it's like so hot in China right now that, I don't know why the news is not covering it, but it seems like that they're suffering the plague that a lot of people might not be talking about.
Go on to Asia.
Go ahead, bro.
Go on to Asia because you made yourself like Babylon. Right?
I wanted to comment on that Jerusalem Post, because here's what Christianity and the white evangelicals, and then you got the Negroes following up behind them talking about, okay, if you turn your back on Israel, if you split the land of Israel and give some of that land to the Palestinians, then the Father's going to destroy you, or it's because of abortion that he's doing all these things to America. But here's what they can't reconcile. They can't reconcile Genesis 12:3. One of you brothers go ahead and read it. I got it up on the screen. If one of you brothers will entertain me and read this precept.
I got you. The
Go
book
ahead,
of
Rob.
Genesis chapter 12, verse 3. And I will bless them that bless thee.
Stop right there. Stop right there. He said, I will bless them that bless thee. Who is he talking about? He'll bless those that will bless Israel, the Israelites. Keep reading.
Right. And curse him that curseth thee.
So if you're not blessing Israel, you're going to be cursed. Keep reading.
And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed.
And in thee, all the families of the earth is going to be blessed, because we showed mercy and not caving your head in when we should have. Now, here's the thing, fam. If this is the case, then why is the Jerusalem Post saying that is the United States cursed? Because the United States hasn't turned their back on Israel. The United States has never turned their back on it. It never said a boo to Israel. But if you look at white eschatology and white evangelical teachings, which the black church follows up behind the same thing, they tell you that, hey, as soon as we turn our back on Israel, the Father's going to destroy the United States. This precept doesn't say that. And I got plenty more precepts that I can precept on top of this one. I'm only bringing this out because the brother brought out what they said in Jerusalem, in the Jerusalem Post. Why is America being destroyed? America is being destroyed because of Genesis 12:3. So one of the precepts. Go ahead, bro.
So inside the Jerusalem Post, did they give any explanation why they believe these plagues are coming upon America? Or did they just throw the headline out there?
Well, I just read the headline, but I'm sure it goes deeper into some different things. I don't actually have access to it though. It looks like I have to actually log into here in order to get it.
But still, that was that point.
There's more though.
Yo, that point that Brother Cleo brought out, that was a ooh moment right there, because America has never turned their back on Israel. So it seems to me like the Most High had them, part of his war strategy, put that out there.
What is it?
Say, what is the problem? What have I done? Make you question your own beliefs.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, bro. What have they not done? Right? They've oppressed the Most High's people. Not only did they oppress us, they stole our records, right, and try to claim them for themselves, right? John 10:1 says, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door unto the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is what? The same is what?
A thief and a robber.
A thief and a robber, right? So when you look at our records, right, and you talk about Christianity, our people wasn't trying to be no Christians. They weren't trying to be that. These church fathers that set that religion up, man, they hated our people.
I digress. I think they are. I say that's what a real Christian is.
Yeah, I agree. But they took our records and misappropriated it as being something that belonged to Christians.
Right.
The epistles written by Paul. Paul was an Israelite. You know, the law, the Psalms, and the prophets, the gospel, the epistles, and the Acts of the prophets. I mean, the Acts of the apostles. Those were Israelites. They wasn't going to other nations trying to tell other nations, oh yeah, these prophecies that were concerning the northern kingdom, now they're being fulfilled in you. You know, now they're being fulfilled in some other people because you fell. Now the Most High and chosen other people. See what I'm saying? But that's what Christianity do. You show me a Christian that say they not a replacement theologist, and I'll show you a liar. They're liars. Just by the name Christian. What does that mean? That's supposed to be a follower of Christ, right? A follower of Mashiach. But he ain't died for you. So just by you calling yourself that, you include yourself in with those who try to steal the heritage and try to come in another way. You're a thief and a robber. Only ones I have sympathy with who do that is Israelites that don't know any better, calling themselves Christians.
And if you think about it, if you really think about it, brother, when the scriptures say that the Most High would discontinue us from our heritage and that the nations would come together, that the name of Israel being no more in remembrance, man, the whole replacement theology is dead on with how that approach came about, man, and the fact that nobody ever talks about the northern kingdom. It's like there's no such thing as the northern kingdom of Israel. It's like there's no other 10 tribes. There's no Dan. There's no Naphtali. There's no Zebulun. There's no other tribes. Like after 70 AD, there's really no mention of them outside of the Gospels when James said to the 12 tribes that are scattered. Outside of that, man, if you go for the next 2,000 years after that, it's almost like there's only the Christian replacement theology, and there's no mention of the northern kingdom, like they never existed. There was no promise to our people at all. It's like, hey, let's just get them out of history all the way around. And it goes with what the scripture said, I'll discontinue from your heritage, and that the nations will band together, that the name of Israel will be no more in remembrance. If you really think about it, the war has been waged even more heavily on our northern kingdom brothers than it has been on, some of us that might just identify as the southern kingdom.
You need to say that again, brother, because we don't notice that. And that's the big thing. We just because we might have it at ease here, and even though we really don't, we're just used to living under our oppression. See, people are waiting for this Jacob's trouble to come, but you forgot about the other 11 tribes or the 10 tribes. You know what I mean? They're catching hell all over the world. Who do you think
they've been catching it before us?
These countries.
They've been catching it before us. Everything that we going through right now, they're trying to dissolve us into this nation, right? And make us non-existent. The Northern Kingdom already been through that. They was going through that at least over 800 years before Mashiach came.
And still going to this day.
Where religion or Christianity has done this purposefully. I mean, if you look at it, only mentioning of a tribe is relegated to, say, the Jew. I'm just using that terminology. The Jew or the Jewish. That's the only terminology that we know of that is supposed to be identified with Israel. Every other name is gone. Every other name has been just erased, like how when it happened in Back to the Future, when the dude Marty went back and he messed something up, and all of a sudden the picture he had of his fam started to erase. Man, it's like the northern 10 tribes have been erased from history, and now all you have is what you would call the Jew now. And then what they did with that is they created Judaism. They created a religion, and they made being a Jew more religion than the actual people. So they erased us the same way. But as far as the 10 tribes goes, it's just like no promise to them, no nothing. They just disappeared. They're nothing anymore. And that's how, the replacement theology, or what's the other word you use all the time, Brother Karab?
Supersessionism.
Supersessionism. I gotta still get familiar with that. You think about it, it's psychological warfare against the memory of our own people, man. Nobody even talks about this. Like Christians don't even allow us to debate them about the 10 tribes. Nobody even talks about this. Like, hey, they're gone. You know, the only time that the 10 tribes are relevant, if you really want to think about it, you know, and I'm not trying to spark this conversation. Please don't think it's that. But until somebody brings up a chart with the 10 tribes on it, nobody even makes an argument about that. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about the chart. I'm just saying that whoever mentions the other tribes like Naphtali, you know, Asher, who's even thinking about even mentioning any of the tribes and any prospect of trying to bring them up as if they're in the earth today? You understand what I'm saying? So it's like the replacement theology did a great job in just basically saying, hey, you know what, the Most High never fulfilled his promise to the Israelites. He never woke up the tribes that he scattered prior to separating the two kingdoms. The Most High pretty much just did away with them, and that's what the replacement theology has done. You know, we don't even talk about those tribes if it, you know, in the sense of bringing them up how we would bring up Judah, you know.
Yeah, that's why I feel like it's an important thing to discuss, because people are stealing our brothers' promises from them. You know, they're stealing it and they trying to claim it for themselves. They culturally appropriating our history. You know, just like they do everything else we do. You know, they take, you know, rap started out one way, they start influencing that, then they start culturally appropriating it. Dance, culturally appropriate. Now everybody, you know, everybody can claim whatever they want. People that are not even a part of our nation walking around calling us niggas, and you know, and don't nobody got a problem with that. You know, the history and of the suffering and the plight of our people, that don't mean nothing no more. You know, everybody suffered, right? What y'all need reparations for? Y'all get food stamps. Y'all, Obama was y'all reparations. So they just appropriate everything that belonged to us. Oh, you civil rights? Oh yeah, you can have that. But you know, later on, let's get this to the homos and the white women. You know, let's you know, give everything that belonged to you away. And you know what, Negro, you go away too. You don't matter.
Yeah, that's how it's set up. But if the traitors, the archons, those demons cared about the Boule, and we go get back on them. If the Boule had any care about their people, which we know they don't, we would have already taken over the snakes already. Because you got enough brain trust in there, enough money in there to do damage. Because the father don't need much, but the father not using the Boule. So that's what it is. I want to say shalom and shalom to everybody who just recently joined, like Sister Yvette Rivera, and there's another sister that just, a few of you sisters and brothers that joined on. As I scroll through the chat, I'll put you up. And Linda Stiggers, I'd say shalom to you, sis. I'll throw you guys up. So Yvette Rivera, I believe I got you. There was another person. Let's see, I think it was Tommy. Negro Onlys, I see you. Peace and blessings to you. And I think I got everybody. So, fam, what I've done is I threw some of the precepts up, and some of the precepts I kind of left to the side, because hopefully I'll be able to go back around and get to those precepts as well. And so let me see, we had somebody jump off. Let's get back into the Boule. So we're talking about the traitors. And the Boule has definitely betrayed the family when it comes to them doing right by their people. And a lot of people didn't know that the Boule wasn't for us until much later. Now, we had this one brother, and some of you may be familiar with him. Some of you may not be. But it's our good brother, Stephen Coakley. I'm going to put his picture up, and I'm going to drop his information in the chat. Our good brother, Steve Coakley, It's crossed over to the other side. But at the same time, hey, see you later, brother Banya. Peace and blessings to you, bro. Hope the rest of the day goes well, evening goes well for you. Peace and blessings. But our good brother Stephen Coakley put in a lot of work, so much work that they had this brother assassinated. And they had him assassinated under very strange means. But this brother right here, Stephen Coakley, was staunch. He had a lot of good information, was staunch, spitting venom at the Boule long before anybody ever knew what the Boule was. Now look how short his lifespan was. He was born in 1952 and he was removed. He was removed from the earth in 2012. But this brother right here he's a testament to what you would call a stand-up Negro. He stand up and look at some of the work that he did. But he is awesome about going at the Boule neck. And he gives you some great breakdown of histories. He even go in on this dude, that this dude was connected with the agency company. This dude right here was connected to Alphabet Soup. Coakley brought it out. Coakley was bomb. Love Steve Coakley. Used to watch his stuff early on before they took him out. And he died under mysterious circumstances. They got sick, but they injected him with something and removed him from Earth. But this is a forerunner right here. And a lot of times, fam, don't get stuck on the paradigm of what I call being an Israelite. Although that's supposed to be first and foremost in our mind. Don't get stuck on the people who not claiming Israelite, but they show you a love for their people, and they down for their people. They even die for their people. Don't get stuck on them brothers saying, "Oh, well, the brother was an Israelite. I can't rock out of." Well, okay, so he wasn't an Israelite. He didn't identify. Excuse me. That he was an Israelite. But one thing you can say for Stephen Coakley, that the brother loved his people. He loved his people so. And I recommend, I'm gonna put his if I didn't put his link in the chat, I'm gonna put his link in the chat again. And y'all go ahead and go ahead and Google the brother. Look at some of his videos, and you'll get a lot of good learning on what is and what is not. Because here's the thing, fam. We done had the wool pull over our eyes on so many different levels. And because of that, and because of the Israelites, you sit down and talk to an Israelite will be able to help you to get through this. Well, brother, see, how can you say that? I know the Ruach is rocking with Israel. I know the Ruach is rocking with all these brothers on the channel. I know the Ruach is working with all my brothers and sisters in this chat. I know that. I say that with conviction. And you go listen to it now and go play it back and see if he's just saying something so we could give him tithes and offerings. Well, that can't be it. Or he just saying something because he liked doing YouTube and he wanted to be popular. Well, no, that ain't it, because I don't even want to be on YouTube. And I ain't asked nobody for no nickel. So what you doing it for, brother C? Why are you always telling them that they the greatest on the globe and that they the next superpower? One, because the book say so. And number two, I love my people. Number three, I'm tired of my people being on the bottom. Number three, they need to get shaken. I need to take my people. If I could take my people and shake them and shake the hell out of them and say, look, this is you. The Father said, this is you right here. This earth is yours. Go get it. We all go get it. Not just your brother C. Not just Jacob Israel. We all go get it. The Boule never had that. The Boule is like, okay, it's just gonna be us. We over here. F them Negroes over there. We not dealing with them because they not part of our group. Now, if you happen to bubble and come up and then we holler at you, then that's a different conversation. But those niggas over there, they're not Greeks. They didn't go through. They didn't do the handshake. They got the secret hand sign. They don't know how we do a symptom of what you would call that one thing, that one entity, the Masonic Lodge, which the Masonic Lodge could have some stolen information and technology that could be somebody else's, but we're not going to get totally into that. I do want to get back to something, though. I do want to get back to something because I want to show you guys something real quick about this one post that I shared earlier when we were originally talking about black fraternities, right? And y'all gonna get a good kick out of this one. Because y'all know okay, so we was on this page. I was reading a little bit out of this, and I'll put this link up so you guys can read about the history of the of the Boule. And there's plenty of other places to go get good history out there on them. And I'll put that link in the chat. But you guys know I like to read the minds of men and women. I like to read people's comments. Matter of fact, I'll be listening to a video and I'll stop the video just to read the comments. But I want you guys to read this comment down here because this comment is y'all will get y'all will get a great laugh out of this. And hopefully I'm on the right side. I'm probably not even on the right side. Your brother done brought the wrong weekend. Hold up a second, fam. Let me see if I can get the right one. Yeah, there's an interesting comments at the end. Okay, so let me see here. Where are we at? Is this the right one? Rastafari, Black Organized. Oh, wrong one. Oh, the completely wrong one. Sorry, fam. Hopefully y'all can see the screen. Okay, I did it right that time. Okay, so this is the site we were originally on where we were talking about how they undermine Marcus Garvey. And a lot of people venerate and lift up W.E.B. Du Bois, but W.E.B. Du Bois was one of the main people that undermined this brother. That's Marcus Garvey. That's our family. And our family was talking about getting us back to the land. Right? But that's a whole nother conversation about a whole nother day. But what I want to do for this one, fam, is take a look at the pictures. Take a look at the pictures and who's in these pictures. Y'all should be able to identify. Y'all should be able to identify some of these people. And look at this. They, like other secret societies, the Boule encourages homosexual trice and initiation practices. This must be done to join the ranks. And that's Bobby Hemmett telling you that. Okay, look at these people, look at these brothers who we venerate as our folks. And yet you mean to tell me all of these archons and all of these powerful people can't get together and rub two sticks together to get us out of this plight that we in? What they say about y'all, was it 2050? Y'all gonna be at zero monies? I know who not gonna be at zero money. I'm gonna make this proclamation right now. And this is not an opinion. This is not an opinion. This is Brother C speaking what he know to be fact. I guarantee you, 2050 come, nobody in the chat, nobody on the panel, nobody that's LSC gonna be at zero. You remember this date, you write it down, you mark it down.
Amen.
I guarantee you that nobody here that's LSC on this earth right now is going to be without anything. You set your watch to that and you come to me. I'm still going to be here 2050.
Amen.
I'm still going to be here because I'm going to see us go. I'm going to see us go into the wilderness. I'm going to see the king. I'm going to see the kingdom. Amen. I don't know how I'm going to be, but I'm going to see the king. I know I'm going to see the kingdom. That's one thing I'm not worried about, fam. I'm not worried. I'm going to see the kingdom.
Hallelujah.
I know I am. That's not even a question for me. Never has been a question. I'm going to see the wilderness. That's why I'm always on y'all about what y'all going to be doing in the wilderness, because y'all going to get to meet me and I'm going to get to meet y'all. And I'm going to be the first one looking at y'all and be like, okay, yeah, my brother right there, my sister right there, they're getting busy. Now I look at myself in the mirror, Brother C, you dropped the ball, Brother C. Come on, man.
Keep on speaking, Brother Cleo, man. This I can listen to.
No, I'm telling y'all the truth. I know.
Listen, look.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Look, sweet talk me, brother. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. Well, no, because the fam, they don't get mad at me, but they don't say, we get tired of it. And y'all notice I haven't been hollering today. Have y'all noticed that? I prefaced in my mind and said, I'm not gonna holler at the family. I'm not gonna yell at the family. I haven't been doing none of that today. But no, family, listen. The Father wants you to know. That's why he gave you the book. He wants you to know that he loves you. Not only does he want you to know that he loves you, He has given you gifts. Y'all hear me say it all the time. He done given y'all talents that y'all know that y'all got, and some of y'all are scared to walk out and do what he already done gave you to do. And then I ask y'all all the time, the question that I ask all the time is, okay, if the Father said, okay, right now, I'm going to lift y'all up and with a mighty hand and with an outstretched arm with a fury poured out, he going to put y'all in the wilderness or he going to put you in the land. The question that I always ask y'all is, what y'all going to be doing when y'all get there? What are you going to be doing? A normal day for a Negro. Okay, so a normal day for Brother C. Okay, I get up, drink my coffee, eat my breakfast, put on my clothes, kiss my rib or my wife, and then I leave the house. Brother C, where the hell are you going? Brother C, what are you doing? Well, what are you doing? You're in the wilderness. What? Okay, so you're at rest? What are you doing? What skills do you have, Brother C, that you're gonna take to help the nation? What skills you got, Brother C? What you done stole? What intellectual properties you done got that you can help build the nation? Because we need everything. That's what I'm talking about. But y'all, I get on y'all all the time. I haven't been getting on y'all about that because I know that some of y'all have been getting busy. And I'm going to put myself in the bin that hasn't been doing nothing. And some of us haven't been, right? I'm going to put myself in that bin. I'm going to look at myself. Brother C, what have you been doing? That's what should be the question that the fam asked me. Well, Brother C, what you been doing, man? Brother C, you talk a good game, but see, fam, here's the difference. I never tell y'all what I'm doing for a reason. And I'm going to share the reason with you. I'll never tell y'all what I'm doing for a reason because I'm not finished with it. And number two, if I finish with it, you won't know if it's an Israelite did it or not. Let's talk about moving wisely. The whole earth ain't got to know what you're doing, fam. I would never tell on YouTube what I'm doing. And y'all see it pop and y'all won't know who it come from. The earth will be looking at some of the stuff we got baking. Well, who that come from? Did that come from the heathen?
I like that.
No, the Asians did it. Go ahead, bro. Rock out. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I like that. I like that a lot. You won't even know.
You won't even know. You won't even know. I'm gonna say this to you. I will give you this one, fam. I will give you this one. When we do IPs, you won't know who did it. The heathen won't know who did it until it's too late. And I'm gonna share this one with you too. We gonna make money off everybody, just like they made off us. Go ahead, bro. Rock out.
Amen.
Listen. What the book say? Be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. I haven't said anything that I haven't said before. But you notice that I'm not giving no details on anything. Why? Because YouTube is not the platform to do that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Really, I don't know who listening. The FBI, CIA, Alphabet Soup, Boule, all of them is listening right now. They in the chat. They're not in the chat. They watching the chat, and they some of the viewers.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me that they don't have AI bots watching, collecting, coalescing, pulling out, building databases on what we say and what we think?
Winston and Payne.
Come on, man. Stop it. Let's say so. I'm gonna keep scrolling down. Look at these people, family. Look at them. They some of your top people on the earth as far as our culture. And keep in mind, fam, some of the baddest rappers, some of the baddest hip-hop artists, the baddest musicians, artists, creative writers, creative thinkers, engineers, you will never hear about. You'll never see them because they hidden. Them is the hidden ones that the book talk about. You the hidden ones that the book talk about. Y'all hidden. But they got the Boule out in front with they abominations. And they present that to the world. And then they say, okay, this is what the Negro is.
Mm-hmm.
The Negro, all the whole Negro. And mind you, I'm going to say this because all the killings in Shy is not done by our people. I'm not no fool. But then they'll put Chicago, and then they'll always say, well, what about Chicago? Well, what about Chicago? Well, what about where heathens live? It's gonna be crime based on economics. Case in point, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me. Okay, so growing up in high school, in junior high school, poorest family in the hood, right? In my neighborhood where I grew up, our family was the poorest family, bar none. Okay, so what did you have to do to get money? Okay, so I shot dice. With the little bit of money I had, I maybe shot dice, maybe pitch, maybe flip, maybe play cards. Right?
You came.
Yeah, I ain't been saved. That's what you had to do to try to come out. And sometimes you bust. You know, sometimes you crap out. Sometimes you didn't get that. Sometimes you did if you was worth your salt. But that's what I had to do to get started off with zero. And so you're gonna start off with zero, and then you're gonna make a bubble so that you got some money to go buy you some candy and go buy you something to eat. Because that's really what it was all about. If you talk about junior high school, same thing. Because I'm not moving no product. I'm not selling weed. I'm not doing nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gambling, right? And so, you know, playing tonk. And for some of y'all out there, that think y'all dominologists or you a bonesman, for some of y'all false pretenders that think y'all know how to play domino, y'all know who y'all is, because y'all on the panel and y'all in the chat too. Y'all not no bonesman and you not no dominologist, so quit playing with yourself. All right. So I'm gonna keep moving. So look at this, fam. Look at this logo. They going on the logo. Look how it look. It's wings, a head of a female, breast of a woman, body of a lion, foot on the top of a skull. This has nothing to do with Kemet or African people. The Sphinx is a Grecian myth and is major part of masonry. So the Boule is tied in heavy into Freemasonry. Now, y'all can read this article and y'all know how I do. But I want you guys to look at the people that's on here. Because like y'all, I do like a good movie. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not gonna lie when I say I will be lying to you if I didn't say I love Will Smith movies. Michael B. Jordan, Chris Rock, Tyrese. This is family right here. But now I know how to draw a distinction between, okay, brother, you family, but at the same time, you're not doing right by our people. And here's why I say that is because if I took these 4 brothers right here, not this cracker right here, because I don't even want him, he shouldn't be able to pay. They need to erase him. Matter of fact, I do a screen clip copy and I'll erase him off the screen. Brother, see, you know how to do that? Let's keep going. So let's move down. Let's move on down to 9. Agent Ninja number 9. I want y'all to look at this picture right here. Y'all should be able to tell me who that is right there.
Fat Al.
That's a wait a minute. Hold on a second. Now, a lot of the young people don't know who that is. Right, they don't know. Tell them who that is.
Reverend Al. With the bad white perm.
He was well coiffed, wasn't he?
But hold on, fam. But hold on. Who is that next to it? Y'all know who that wicked entity is, huh?
Yeah, I forgot his name now. All of a sudden, it's slipping, y'all. What's his name though?
Is that Albert Pike?
Pike, yeah.
But look who they venerated here. Look who they venerate. See, I didn't even read this article. This article I dug up. Look who they venerate. Brother Steve Coakley. Brother Steve Coakley was a bad man. I'm telling you that right now. Brother Steve Coakley. He done cross over here on the other side now, but he was a bad man. But now you see, that's Fat Al before Fat Al with the leather members only, or leather trench, tied up, permed up, looking like Albert Pike twin brother.
Before they tied up his stomach.
Now look at it. This is Al now. Al 10 years later, the got his tubes tied.
Yeah,
they got his perm slicked back, and he with this clown cape. Ain't that something? Fat Al sperm. See y'all wrong. Hold on.
Fat Al sharp perm.
Hold on. Now, see, this is a conversation. And so, yeah, did y'all notice that I was putting y'all comments up as the brothers was talking? And that's because y'all was making some bomb comments. And like I always say, this is a testament not only to the family that's going to come and see this and read this, but this is testament. We're testament to against the nation. Y'all do know that, right? Everything that the Israelites say and do is a testimony against this nation and against the whole earth. Why? Because y'all still here and y'all still proclaiming the book and y'all crying out like Deuteronomy 30 say. Somebody go get that precept Deuteronomy and I'll put it up on where on the instructions that he give us. Once we reconcile who we are, we got instructions on what we should be doing right now. Brother Hal came with the bomb on we should be putting on the full armor of the Father, which Christianity done perverted that, but that's a whole different conversation. But I do want y'all to look at these people. Y'all look at who you looking at, and look at their garb. Look at how they dress. Look at how they act, and look at how they talk. Look at how they move. Now I'm gonna get to the punchline on this whole thing. The punchline on this whole thing, and I'm gonna change the screen size so that you guys can see and read this, okay? Because I want you guys to read this, because this is something that you guys heard me say before. Now, y'all know I like to read the comments of men and women. I'm going to go ahead and read the comments of this John Wright person. And y'all can see it on the screen. This is a testimony against John Wright and his family and everybody who he think he loved. John Wright, for all the Negroes who go around and say that they are Adamic white Israelites, you would think they would now, you would think they would know that Adamic white supremacy was divinely ordained. Of course, you would have to actually read the Bible and use comprehension skills instead of sitting in little hallways, memorizing chapters line by line, not having a clue about what any of it means. Adamic white Israelites were punished many times thousands of years ago. For a time, the Adamic white Israelites lost that standing. Jesus, the Father, used the black man as part of the unusual punishment. It was widely known during antiquity that the beasts of the field never would have achieved any of the things they did in Egypt, Kemet, without the ever-present help of fallen angels. Y'all can have at that if y'all want. Have at that at your own peril, starting with you, Brother Yash.
Oh, damn. Hold up 1 second, man.
You want me to put it back on the screen?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You want me to put it back on the screen?
Yeah,
let me put it back on the screen. There you go. You want to put it
that you wanted Deuteronomy 31. Okay. See, I'm all messed up now.
I'm sorry. I didn't intend to do that, but I did intend to do that.
I did that myself, man. I was trying to put up that precept.
Okay, if you put it up, if it's at the bottom, I'll throw it on the screen.
Right here. For all the Negroes who go around and say that they are Adamic white Israelites. Wait, hold on. I got to make that bigger. Hold up. You would think that they would now, first of all, learn how to spell. That Adamic white supremacy was divinely ordained. Of course, you would have to actually read the Bible. Wait, you know what? I can't. This is a little bit too much for me. I will go in.
It's the minds. This is the mind of the heathen, folks. But notice, here's how I'm gonna point out one thing, and this is what I always tell you, fam. They believe that we are the beast of the field. When you see the beast of the field in the book, the white people think that it's talking about you. And here's the cold part, fam. All white people believe this.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna put it this way. That's a damn lie, because they the seed of the fallen man. And that's right. I rest my case.
That's right. That's all right. That's really, unless other brothers got some comments to say on that, that's really all that needs to be said on that. Because you got a heathen talking about the white Israelites. And I would ask this one question. When has the heathen blessed anything on the earth? Because per history, the heathen ain't done nothing but kill, steal, and destroy. They come with all of this, quote, modern sciences. They come with nuclear power, and that's dirty energy. Electricity is dirty energy, which they stole that technology from brothers. That's a different conversation. Your whole construct is wicked as hell and it's destructive. It doesn't the
Destroy.
Western go ahead, bro.
No, that's it. Kill, steal, and destroy.
The Western construct has never been in harmony with the earth. Ever.
And that's the truth.
And so
that's the truth.
and so brother Raphael, if you've never been in harmony with the earth, like how the Israelites are and will be, then how can you say that you've been a blessing to the earth? You can't fit that precept.
I'd put it like this. Oh, go ahead. No, I'd put it like this. If I never been to the earth before, if I was a true alien and I came and visit the earth, and I said I just watched for a while, I would say, what's up with these people over here? They seem to hate everything that's going on here. They hate everyone that's been here longer than them. They can't even stand one of the most important things in the sky that feeds everything, that gives everything life. It burns the crap out of them. They hate everybody. They destroy everything. What are they doing here? They're the parasites. Can someone please clean these things off here? They're destroying everything. I figured that out when I was young. See, they don't like the earth. It's not theirs. But I think Brother Yashadek was right. There's just so many lies. You feel almost foolish going in at it, answering the fool in his folly. Like, Uncle Solomon said, you almost feel that. It's like, where can you start? White Israelites. Where do you get that from?
That's a
the
good
fact
precept.
That he's calling them right.
That's a good precept. You go find that and I'll put it up. Answering the fool is folly. You got that from Proverbs.
Right.
That's a proverb. I know that's a proverb. Yash brought that precept that I brought. But Brother Raphael, go ahead and read this. Go ahead and read this precept for me, please. Since you got your mic off.
Got you.
Deuteronomy 30:1.
And it shall come to pass when all these things will come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee.
Read.
And thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations.
Stop right there. You shall what? You gonna forget about them and pick up Christianity. Read that again.
And thou shalt come to mind among all the nations,
mm-hmm.
whither the Lord thy God has driven thee.
So the Father said, you gonna call them to mind. What are we doing right now by proclaiming our heritage and proclaiming LSC? What are we doing?
Calling it to mind.
Are we calling to mind?
We're reclaiming it. We're reclaiming it. We're stepping back into it.
Who on earth fit this?
And you know what the funny thing is? The funny thing is that if you can find us at the end of Deuteronomy 28, you can find our opposite at the beginning of Deuteronomy 28. The only difference is man is opposed what the Most High is going to give to us. Man is trying to duplicate that.
Come on.
And do the Most High's work, but he's going to come and say, okay, I'm going to show you what it means to be a blessing, to be a curse, to be a head, not to tail, not to have all these secrets and money strangleholds on these countries to put you in front and badmouth anybody, talk about, you guys' little problems. I'm not going to bring up, specific words and stuff, but it compelled in comparison what y'all did to us it ended just what? Let's see, 40, 60, just 100 years ago before this. Those understand what I'm talking about. So,
you just went in. He just went in. All praises to the Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father, for filling your men and your women. Because I always have to bring the women up because quiet is kept, the women is cold with the book. I have to give y'all credit. I give y'all credit.
They're blowing the chat up too.
Man, the women, man, I tell you what, man. Hey, you better be careful fooling with these women of Israel. You talking about you teaching this book and you neck talking. You talking out the side of your neck, talking about this, that, and the third, but then you ain't coming with nothing that the book say.
For real.
Shh. Not only will the men hang you out to dry, the women will hang you out to dry just as fast. Matter of fact, the women will hang you out to dry quicker before the men will. Huh? I see it all the time. Do not play with the book. Don't play with it. If you don't love the book, if you don't love the Father, if you're not LSC, put the book down. Set it. Do like how it was at some people's house where you got a little podium, you got it open to a precept, and you got about 30 years of dust covering the top of it. So now we went in on the Boule. I got a bunch of more links and a bunch of more stuff on the Boule, but the fam gets it. I got all kind of links still on the Boule. So now our leaders have been complicit in this war against us. And the topic is the war that has been happening against us, the war that we didn't know it was a war. We was born, we came out the womb at war, didn't know we was in a war until 50 years later. Ain't that something? Your family been fighting, your ancestors been fighting. Harriet Tubman was fighting. Marcus Garvey was fighting. Martin Luther King was fighting. Malcolm X was fighting. All these Negroes was fighting. Eldridge Cleaver. Yosef Ben Yochanan. And I'm naming some people that don't even believe in the Israelite paradigm. Why are you naming them, Brother C? Because they love their people. Just like what we should be doing now. If I ever see one of y'all on the streets, when I do see some of y'all, when I run into some of y'all, when I meet some of y'all in real life, I'm gonna be the same Brother C that you heard. And I'm gonna be the same. I'm not gonna change. I'm gonna be the same, brother. When I see you, I'm gonna shalom you. And then the first question I'm gonna ask you is: the Father that gave you 5 keys, 5 talents, whatever you want to call them, 5 IPs. What you didn't deal with them, and you gonna tell me, well, Brother C, look over here. This is what I done did, Brother C. I done did that over there. Okay, but our leaders betrayed us. Our leaders betrayed us, and they betrayed us for, somebody put it in the chat, for 30 pieces of silver. And that's cold. Because if you think about it, the whole earth is already ours. All we got to do is operate in what the books say. That's how simple it is. This isn't rocket scientry for nobody here, because we already understand what it is. We have never minced words. We have never said nothing that the book doesn't say. But the fact of the matter is, if you are going from the head to the tail, if you're now going to be the head, what does the head consist of? Let me ask the question that way. What does the head consist of? And if you find traitors, what do you do to them? Do you bring them before council and then do you stone them? Do you bring them before our judges and then you stone them? Oh, wait a minute, Brother C, you talking about the wilderness. You talking about when we get the kingdom. You talking about the kingdom that's within you? Which kingdom are you talking about? Father said the kingdom is within you. Mashiach said, greater works than these ye shall do. What would a greater work be? The head becoming the tail. What's more greater than that? And those that operate in that paradigm, doing things that are beyond even their own imagination, doing things that they could never, that they didn't even fathom that they would be capable of doing. Now that you've woken up that you're in a war, now what? What next? You have to ask yourself that. You know that you're in a war. What are you doing to arm yourself? And when I say arm yourself, you too, don't get it twisted. We're not talking about arming ourselves with no military armament, because the book says the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. But what? Somebody get that precept and drop it in the chat. See, we have access to the Father. And that's a very scary thing. Well, we are in this war and we got access to the Father. We turning back to LSC. Now that's a scary thing, because now that puts the whole earth on notice. Now that starts triggering, things starts triggering, prophecy starts being fulfilled, and nobody knows why but the Israelites. Now, isn't that fantastic? Isn't that fantastic? What are the chances of you being, you have to ask yourself. Don't ask yourself, ask yourself, then ask the Father out loud. Father, what are the chances of me being here at this time? When, if you look at the book, our ancestors were saying, man, they was thinking that their time was the time that we will be seen. How fantastic that was. You have to ask yourself, Father, how is it that I am here at this time? Is it by happenstance or coincidence? We need the whole house of Israel to be getting busy. And getting busy doesn't necessarily mean that you're making money. It doesn't necessarily mean that. But I will say this, I'm going to go on record and I'm going to say it again. If you're LSC, you're not going to be without. There's no way, because you're fulfilling all the requirements. Somebody go get Revelation 12:14. What does it say? I believe that's the one I want. I call that all the time. There's the two requirements that those individuals have. The two requirements they had what? They believe in the command. They had the commandments of the Father. And what else did they do? And we know the commandments of the Father is LSC, which is Messiah. And they also have faith in Messiah. You mean to tell me if you're not LSC that the Father not looking at you saying, okay, this person loved me? How do you know you love the Father? How did the book say? Somebody get that precept. How do you know that you love the Father? How do you know that you love the children of Israel? How do you know that you love the Father? How do you know that somebody loved the Father? What's the requirement? The book talks about that, right? Why are you always telling us we great? I'm gonna keep telling y'all. I'm gonna keep telling y'all great, telling you that you great till I'm blue in the face. I'm not gonna never stop doing that. Every time I come on, I'm gonna tell y'all great. Every time I do a KC, or every time I'm gonna make sure that I say that Israel is the next superpower that's gonna be on the earth. I'm gonna say that right now. Look at you. We would talk about Ukraine and Iran. No, Ukraine and Russia. You got Greece and Turkey now. You got India and Pakistan now. You got Iran and Israel now. You got Taiwan and China now. You got Syria and Israel now. You got the whole Europe. Europe is a complete mess. Who's orchestrating this? The Europeans would say that it's evil, that it's from Hashatan. I say that the Father is the orchestrator of everything. Somebody get the precept where they say, he say, I create good and evil. This is my construct. That's what he says. It's his construct. He created whatever he wants to do his bidding. Because he created something, that doesn't mean that he is that. He'll create something evil to do his bidding for something that's for the good of who? For the apple of his eye. So now, fam, I'm a half hour over. And here's the thing. I owe y'all part 2 to the last show that we was doing. And I didn't even get it. We done spent all of this time going in on some of our enemy combatants, right? We didn't get a chance to go into the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the brothers speak the word. And I promise you, we're going to come back and we're going to do part 2 to this one, because I got everything all lined up. And we're going to get not only the traitors, but now we're going to address some of these enemy combatants that's been vehemently against our people. But at the same time, fam, you have to ask yourself the question, okay? If you get all this knowledge and information, which YouTube is a wealth and a well of good information, if there's anything that you want to learn on the earth, you can learn that vis-a-vis YouTube or vis-a-vis online, right? So I say all that to say, I would recommend that you not just be capturing all of this good information that you get, whether it be from our channel or whether it be some of the other greater Israelite channels, because Israel's bomb. I mean, I'm subscribed to Israelite channels and I watch Israelite channels. I've been doing less of that because I've been focusing on some of the things that I've been focusing on. Sometimes I'll peek my head out. You guys will see me in the comment sections. But at the same time, my hope and prayer is that everyone uses the information that you learn, research, but then use it to show other Israelites the way. And the way is still pointing to Mashiach. It's still pointing to him. He's what the whole fuss is about. But fam, we have to get into the habit of not only teaching others and teaching the rest of our family and showing them, but after you show them, there should be something that you hear that spurs you into action, right? So I don't want nobody in the chat and I know nobody on the panel is this, and myself included. I'm gonna point at myself. I would hope, Brother C, that you're not just a talker about the word, but you actually a doer of the word. And being a doer of the word is putting in work. And y'all know the precepts about faith without works is dead. Y'all know that. I hit y'all over the head with that, not all the time. But at the same time, Israel, y'all the greatest nation on the globe. Think of the dry bones. Think how the dry bones is coming together. That's y'all. That's y'all coming together. We at our infancy stage, but the book does say distinctly that the head will become the tail. Queen Elizabeth, you getting what you earned. Queen Elizabeth II, you getting what you earned. But we're gonna touch on that. We're gonna touch on that. I promise y'all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the screenshot up in a day or two, and it's gonna be a continue. Everybody gonna come back for part 2, because on part 2 we don't went in the traitors and the one set of enemy combatants. Now we gonna go in on the other enemy combatants. But at the same time, fam, you need to be asking yourself, okay, how is this information knowing this information going to benefit me? Because some of this information I already know. Some of this information may or may not be new to me. But is this going to spur me to action? And am I going to get busy to doing something? Because trust and believe, we are going backwards in time. As we go forwards and time is moving fast, we're also going backwards in time. And thank you, fam, for the precepts that you all put up. I starred a lot of most of them as I was going through. Matter of fact, before I sign off, I still got some time. Y'all don't mind if I stay around a little bit? I'm gonna throw up some of these precepts and we're gonna read them together as a family. Mary Yakita, 1 Maccabees 3:48, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen that sought to paint the likeness of their images. The zigzag man. Go ahead, whoever that came off mute. Go ahead and speak. Speak your piece. Somebody came off mute. Go ahead and speak. I'm gonna go ahead and put up some of these pieces.
Rock
Ahead,
out. I'm just gonna say, go rock out, brother.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna stick around for a little bit long. We're gonna rock out a little bit long. We're not gonna go into the other side. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna converse with the family and I'm gonna put up some of these precepts because I started a lot of them and saved a lot of them. Observe a deprogram. Shalom, peace and blessings to you. Isaiah 14:14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Who that sound like? Yet thou shalt be brought down the hillsides of the pit. Who that sound like? Who that sound like? Who that sound like? Tell me who that sound like, fam. Y'all know who that sound like.
Sound like
the sister put it up and see. This is what I'm talking about. These sisters is not playing with this book. I don't care what nobody say. These sisters will swing that sword and chop somebody's head off. Good brother Cleo, you better be careful. I'm gonna say that. I believe that alone. 1 Maccabees, I'm gonna read it again. The sister Mary Ayaki, 1 Maccabees 33:48. You sought to paint your likeness. And then the brother followed that up with that. He said, I will be like the Most High. They paint that image of the zigzag man.
Oh, that's
and now they calling him God. Huh?
That's another sister.
Huh? Oh, I didn't know Observer Diva. I thought Observer. See, that's back to back right there. That's back to back. Back to back. We go for a trifecta if we want to, because I know they're in here. They're here all day and night. Jacob Israel, Baruch 20:30. For I knew that they would not hear me. Nope. But you know what, though? They are hearing now, though.
In the land
they are hearing now. I'm going to say this. I'm going to point to myself. Brother Cleo ain't hearing now because he hard-headed. But I'll say this. Brother Cleo sniffed now. I'm pointing at myself now. That's what we should be in the habit of doing introspective looks at ourselves and quit lying. I'm not lying to you. Baruch 2:30. For I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. Brother Cleo was stiff. He's a stiff-necked brother. He an old head. He's stuck in his way. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. Hallelujah. All praises to the Father. You go remember yourself in the land of your captivity. And I'm doing all this without even yelling at y'all. Y'all should be proud of me today. I ain't yelling at y'all not damn time. Have I?
No.
Y'all should be proud of me. I raised my voice a little, but I ain't yelled and got mad. Y'all ain't heard me clapping. Y'all ain't heard me pounding my fist in my hand or none of that. I ain't did that damn time. Exactly. They make horrible weapons enough to kill the entire planet many times over, but still not satisfied. That's right. That's what they in the business of doing.
They need a Snickers.
they need to get smoothed out. Oh my goodness. It's just to say there were no or very few white people in the times of the Israelites. That's right. And they call you, they believe that you're the beast of the field. When go back and read, when you read the beast of the field, they replace that with so-called Africans or people that look like us, Hamites or whatever, people that look like us. Praise him. This is a sister, I believe. Revelation 11:18, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, and that they should be judged, and they need to be judged rightfully so on how they treated the Father's people. And see, this is what white evangelicals leave out. They leave out the fact that the reason why the Father's judging this nation is not because the United States turned its back on Israel, and the white evangelicals think that there's going to be a revival. That's not the reason why. The reason why is for a simple fact that what you did to his people. I read the rest of the precept, and that thou should give reward unto thy servants the prophets. You read the rest of the precept, that tells you what it is. And to the saints, who's the saints? Put a one up if you believe that the saints is the Israelites. Everybody that's still here, y'all still listening, you need to put a one up. Everybody put a one up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put several ones up. I'm gonna beat y'all to the punch. You put a one up, you know who the Israelites are. When you see the word saints, don't get bamboozled into believing that when it says saints that it's talking about Christianity, because you got the saints being missing in the Tanakh. Torah mentions the saints. Christianity just co-opted that term. That's all that happened. You're saying to the saints, them that fear thy name, them that fear the name of the Father, small and great, shouldst thou destroy them which destroy the earth. The heathen done destroyed the whole planet.
Yo, they even used to have that commercial, remember, with the Indian crime from what they did?
Yeah. You're wrong. You're wrong, man. You're wrong, Yash. You need to get saved. You need to get saved. See, and that's my first time saying that today. Oh, gosh. Oh, God, you out of control. Hey, Mr. Thorpe, shalom, brother. Hope you're well. Hope all's been well with you. Let's see. Brother Smitty says Psalms 2:1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Yeah, like for instance, the heathen, they want, because here's the thing. And this is one of the reasons why I say everything that goes on the earth is because of the Israelites. And the flip side of that is that for some reason, you always become the face and you get blamed for everything. I didn't make that up. For example, monkeypox was a thing, right? That's kind of died down, right? But who's the picture in the arms and the face and the legs? What they always show?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. COVID wasn't hitting our people like how they saying it was, and a lot of the heathens was removed from this earth. Who was they blaming for COVID? And mind you, COVID, they called it the Wuhan. They say it came from China. So how did we get to be the face of it?
In the beginning, when it was happening, remember they said it didn't affect us. So they must have tweaked it.
Yeah,
remember when it first came out?
Okay. So now you coming with what we call conspiracy fact, not conspiracy theory, right?
Yeah.
You coming with the straight dope when you come with that one. And see, that's the thing. The thing about Israel is that we're not conspiracy theorists. We deal in the book and we deal in truth. That's what we deal in. We're not dealing with nothing else. And if the Father and if we get information that says, okay, I don't believe that Epstein is crossed over. Well, I don't believe that Epstein is crossed over. That's just what it is. I mean, that's just where I'm at. Because I don't believe the heathen plays fair. The heathen tell you what they do in their movies all the time. It hasn't changed, right? Revelation, JPM. Oh, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say they show us on Mission Impossible all the time.
Oh man, come on now.
You know,
that's what I'm saying. The Most High is going to flip it on them.
Come on,
all that worshiping in the movies of their Hollywood productions, like their holy days or their holidays. That's what they call it, Hollywood. But it's their holy, but you know it's Holly. He's going to flip it on them. No green screen, green earth.
That's a cap right there. That's a cap. He said no green screen. You ain't gonna be doing no CGI like how you did the moon. You ain't gonna be doing CGI. It's funny. It's funny how they've been to the moon and then they haven't gone back, and then now all of a sudden they keep getting these delays on this moon launch, and they saying, oh well, China's up there now, so we got to get our ass back up there because they're gonna take over the moon, whatever. First of all, the moon is inside the dome, fam. The moon is not outside the dome. Okay, so don't get that. The sun is inside the dome too. The sun is not millions and millions and millions of miles away. It's not. Neither is the moon.
They destroyed the technology.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Congo, they said they destroyed the technology. Now all of a sudden we managed to get the technology together.
Yeah. now, okay. So let's say perchance that let's happen to say that okay. Let's say that the moon and the sun is outside the dome. Let's say that. I don't believe it. I believe it is inside the dome. I believe it's a lot closer than what they say. But let's say that it's outside the dome. Okay. So if I go by that thinking and logic, there's something in the atmosphere called the Van Allen belt.
Yeah.
And it's radiation. And a human can't pass through.
And they've said it. They've said it themselves.
Okay, so and to your point, Yash, so if you can't get through the Van Allen belt, you'll never be able to pass through the Van Allen belt. Then how you gonna get to the moon if the moon's outside the dome? And then, why are you going back right now? What's so good about going back right now? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not going to speculate because I'm not into that. So I'm going to keep on reading. Carol and Wesley, Ephesians 6:12. Put on the full armor of the Father so that you can make your stand against the devil's schemes. As a matter of fact, my brother Hal brought that out earlier, and that's exactly, we say amen and we say con, and we agree with that, sis, because that's exactly what we should be remembering to do. Matter of fact, we should make it a point every morning when we wake up that we're doing that we're doing according to what the Father said. Revelation 14:12. This is one I call, here's the patience of the saints. The two requirements for you to be, right? This right here, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this very simply, family. You want to come up to the cheat codes and you want to come up, you want to bubble on this earth with everything going crazy. Well, why would you want to bubble when the earth is going crazy? It's not going to be like how they saying it's going to be, fam. Get Return to Thunderdome and what they call that, zombie apocalypse, and all the other foolish movies out your mind. They done polluted your mind with movies so you can't see the fact that you're going to be the next one ruling the earth. Mm-hmm. And that there's going to be an earth to rule. They want you to be doom and gloom so that you can fall into the same pit that they done fell into, because they don't got no hope. Look at this. Look at these precepts right here. Here's the patience of the Israelites. That's what it say, because anytime the book say saints, only people I see is Israelites. I don't see the Christian church. Get that out your mind. Here's the patience of the Israelites. Look at the requirement. This is how you come up. This is how you bubble. This is how you get on a right footing with the Father. What is it? Here are they that, number one, keep the commandments of the Father. And what's number two? Have faith in Mashiach. Number one, keep the commandments of the Father. Mashiach didn't come with a new commandment. Mashiach reverberated everything and did the will of the Father. So they would have you believe that it's what he said about love, but that's only part of it. He didn't quote the whole thing. This is telling you, you need to keep the commandments of the Father and what? Have faith in Mashiach. I'm going to read it again. Here is the patience of the Israelites. Here are they that keep LSC. Here are they that keep Mashiach and have faith in Mashiach, because Mashiach is LSC. Point blank, period. Anytime you see the word, anytime you see any writings, anytime you see anything, the ones that you know about and that you don't know about, those writings were about him. Because why? Because he said he come in the full volume of the book. And what else did he say? He said not one jot nor tittle. And he also said he didn't come to abolish, but he came to what? He came to fulfill. He came to fulfill himself. And he also said, Moses, he said, it was written about me. All of this stuff is written about me. This is me. So when you talk about the commandments of Father, you're talking about Mashiach. Point blank. Nobody can tell me otherwise. So let me get some other precepts, and then we gonna sign. We gonna go for a few minutes long. We go for a little while longer. Y'all all right with me going a little bit longer, right? I'm not boring y'all. Hopefully I'm not boring y'all. Y'all falling asleep. Very deep program. John 8:44. You are of your father Hashatah. I'm gonna read how I say. You are of your father the devil, the evil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and bold not in truth. This sound like this the father of the heathen right here, if I'm not mistaken, because that's all they know how to do is murder people and then blame you. They'll murder Sandra Bland and say that she did it. They'll murder or hang a brother in California or Georgia and say that he did it. They'll do heinous crimes in Chicago, be dressed up with them suits that make you look like a black man. They got them suits out there. I know about them suits. Been had them suits for years. They've been had them suits for years. They'll bring a truckload of and a train load of armament to the brothers, and the brothers will maybe not use them or maybe not. But I say this though, they'll do all this wickedness and all this lying, and they'll never hold themselves guilty. They murderers and they liars. And they think they righteousness and they think that they're going to escape like the great Christmas Charlie Brown and be up out of here. Not going to happen. Shalom, Brother E. Peace and blessings to you, Brother E. Had to check out. Peace and blessings, bro. Hope you're well. Hope the family's well, and take care. Let's see here. Let's go to this one right here. It's already Revelation 17:17. For the Father have put it into the hearts to fulfill his purpose. That's right. To be of one mind and to give their kingdom to the beast until, hope you got the rest of that precept. I'll see the rest of you drop the rest of it in there. I get it. I'm just reading all precepts and all good comments. All good precepts and all good. Matter of fact, I started a lot of them and I didn't even go back to get a chance of it. But again, what I was trying to do was when we talk, and because this is a conversation, I love putting your comments up because your comments is bomb. Soulfully sowing seeds, Ezekiel 37:3. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones, this was my favorites. Oh, the book is so far. Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, oh, Father, you know. You know, you put all this emotion, Father. You know, Father, that these bones live. Matter of fact, the Father going to do what? He going to stand these bones up. The bones has stood up. The muscles is on the bones now. Matter of fact, what comes first? When you get the muscle first and the tendons and all that, you be fully get all your muscles on you, and then the nervous system come on. Do the nervous system come on? First, the skeleton stood up. So the skeleton's already stood up. So now the muscles, I see the muscles coming on, the muscles getting on, and you ain't got a whole lot left. But the scary part about that, the next part about that verse is that when you're going to see a whole army. That's a frightening thing for the earth. Because the earth now know who the Israelites are. And the earth now is in mourning because they have to face you. That's why they're one of the reasons why they hate you so. They look at you and say, this nigger is still here. That hatred is spiritual. It's not a physical thing. It's not skin color. Don't get caught into that skin color trap. It's not about that. They hated the Father and they hate Mashiach. So, fam, we got a couple more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to shut it down. I promise y'all, I owe y'all at least two part two. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit part two to the rest of this. And part two, we're going to go at the other enemy combatants. But then we need to tie it in to see how we're going to benefit from this information and how we're going to grow from this information so that we could do better as a family, so we could treat our family better, right? I need to be treating my family with love and kindness and not with disdain and hatred and evil. And when I say my family, everybody in the chat is my family. And of course, all the brothers on my panel is my family. So I'm going to let the brothers have the last words and we're going to sign off like we normally do. Brother Hal, if you're still on, brother, go ahead and give us some good words.
Yeah, brother Cleo, again, man. Thank you for Kingdom Conversations, bro. It's always great to listen in, always great to be on the panel. Everybody in the chat, my brothers and sisters, much love to you. I'm just gonna close out with one of our favorites. That's Jeremiah 12,
Yes, sir.
verse 14.
Hold on a second. Let me see my script here. Cause I gotta cause we gonna hit some Jeremiah, we gonna hit some Ezekiel, we gonna get some Zechariah. I'm giving y'all some tips on where we going so y'all can be ready. Go ahead, brother Hal.
All right. Thus says Yahweh against all mine evil neighbors that touch the inheritance which I have caused my people Israel to inherit. Behold, I will pluck them out of their land and pluck out the house of Yehudah from among them. And it shall come to pass, after that I have plucked them out, I will return and have compassion on them and will bring them again, every man to his heritage, and every man to his land. And it shall come to pass, if they will diligently learn the ways of my people, to swear by my name, Yahweh, liveth, as they taught my people to swear by Baal, then shall they be built in the midst of my people. But if they will not obey, I will utterly pluck up and destroy that nation, saith Yahweh. Be blessed, everyone. Praise Yah, Israel.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the Father for that. That's a bomb word. When you were saying plucked up, the only thing I was thinking of, that's a mighty hand outstretched arm right there. He doing it with his hand. You pluck something. What, you pluck something with your feet, or you pluck it with your hand? Come on now, the Father's consistent. If nothing else, he consistent. Very consistent. And he ain't never told no lie yet. Brother Yash, what say you, brother?
I just say, like I said in the beginning, man, that if we ain't on your computer ain't really on. The last it's like all last week, we've been kind of quiet. And I was sitting back and I was catching a whole bunch of everything, but it was dead, man. Everybody in the chat, if y'all agree, put a one up in there. It was dead. But so I'm excited today, you know, just to be a part of this discussion, man. It's, you know, and I'm not even being partial. You know, I just like to share in the fellowship, man. But it's been quiet, shall I say? So I'm glad that you're back. We've been back because, like I said before, it's been dead.
Y'all get tired of your brother. See, I say, I'm gonna give him a break. I'm not gonna yell at him for a week. Let's see. They'll be good. They'll be like, man, I'm tired of hearing that old man yelling at me. So, but I appreciate the words, bro. Here's the thing, y'all know I've told you all before, and it's just a situation of having the energy to do it, and that's really it. And it's work. It's work putting on a show, and it's work because you got to be line up on line, precept for precept. But I appreciate that. Appreciate you, brother Jabroni. Appreciate all the whole everybody in the chat. Brother Raphael Yosef, what say you, brother?
Yeah, I agree with brother Yashadek. It's good to have everyone here. You know, it's good for us family. You know, what is the? I don't have the precept up, but the Messiah said, "He who is my brother and sister is he who does the will of my Father." So we're family growing here. You know, we're like that tree that's spreading branches and fruits growing on them and stuff. They're about to be heavy. And yeah, I'm looking forward to part 2 of this one and the next one. I just really enjoy the fellowship, and you know, we can feel that warfare that's going on around us. You know, it's war. It's going to spill into the physical, just like it's been in the spiritual. It's going to be war everywhere. But the last slide about the individual was talking about the fallen angels and all that. You got to remember, they're third. They're already a minority. They're the true minority. Those spirits. We're the majority. Once we step into that, there'll be no problem. I just want to say shalom and peace and blessings to everyone in the panel, everyone in the chat. all my brothers and sisters all over the diaspora. I just feel better every week. We're getting closer and closer, and it's almost a giddy feeling. Like you're just sitting back and just the grin just get bigger. They want to know what's going on. You're just smiling. You'll see. But shalom, everyone.
Hey man, I tell you what. When you said that, I smile from ear to ear. Just like you all. I'm sitting back and enjoying what the Father's doing. Brother Eliashah, what say you, brother? You got Brother Eliashah, you get the last word. Going once, going twice, and this has been another Salt of the Earth production. Get saved!